Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. What a fantastic day. Big gains today, 5.58% up, just under $7,000. It's been a tremendous day. Now we're here for the Tesla earnings. Are you ready for the Tesla earnings?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. What a fantastic...
There we go. Getting ready for Tesla earnings coming up very shortly. And of course, we're expecting something great tonight. Remember, it's not all about Tesla cars. Not at all. It's about the energy, the AI, the data centers, so much more power, insurance, the list goes on, the robots in time, not just yet though, but all of this is coming. We're very excited, but we are in a downtrend at the moment. Yes, we are. The markets have been selling off. Blood on the streets. Stress everywhere, a trade war going on, but we might have some news. Inflation seems to be going away, so we've got some resolution there, and we could be getting ready for something great. So, are you ready? Let's get into it. Welcome everybody to the show. It's lovely to have you here. Tesla earnings coming up very shortly. Plus, I have a surprise tonight for everybody. We had a great party today. We were drinking whiskey, getting drunk on the show, having some fun, celebrating our gains. It's been a tremendous week, of course. We're still not up overall. We've been down now for quite a while, lost over $60,000. But the bigger my portfolio gets, the bigger the gains, the bigger the losses. We're still down overall, but we're making it back. And the point is, it's about accumulating more and more stock. It's not about your profit today, it's about the profit in the future. There's no surprise, I make no beans about it. I'm still down overall, but since we rebalanced our portfolio, we had 23 trades, 23 wins, and we've been consistently up. We're making money. Ups and downs along the way, but overall, we're still down. We're coming back from a $30,000 loss at the beginning. You may remember when we started with our... Virgin Galactic, lost over 30 grand on that. And then we bought more and more of the S&P, and then we had the big sell-off. I kept buying on the way down. And remember, using margin amplifies the gains. It also amplifies the losses. But that's okay. We're long-term investors. It's not about where we are today. It's about where we're going to be in the future. So it's all about accumulating more stock. That's our mission. That's our goal. And that's exactly what we are doing. So we got the Tesla earnings. I've got videos lined up for you, interviews lined up for you, analysis, AI analysis. Plus tonight, after hours, after all this finishes, we have a surprise for you tonight. I cannot wait to share it with you. So what is it? This is what we're doing. I'm not even going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to show you what it is. All right. This is coming up after hours tonight, straight after the Tesla earnings. We have an XRP for nothing. Who wants XRP for nothing? All right. Who's going to be there on the premiere? This goes live at 6 p.m. Basically, it'll follow the Tesla earnings. So if the Tesla earnings 5 minutes before or 5 minutes afterwards, that's when it will go. So this live stream will go right to it. So if you want to be the first person to leave a like and a comment and a share, XRP for nothing. All right, let me write this down. Okay, and there we go. XRP for nothing. Let me put it in the chat. It's pinned to the top already. Let me just double check, make sure I've got the right link. Yes, I do. Then it's twice there. All right, it's pinned to the top, but also here in the chat. There you go. XRP for nothing. Who's going to be the first person to celebrate tonight with a massive win on XRP today? Click the notification bell, click the like button, click the share, stick it on your social media. Oh, Mike's already here. Thank you, Mike, my mate. Mike, how are you, mate? I wish we could talk more often. We never have a chance to talk anymore. I'd love to speak to you. Call me in between the shows, mate. I'd love to talk to you. So are you ready? All right. Okay, there it is. So leave me your comments, your thoughts there. Mike is already there. We've got 2 people waiting. It's a back-to-back event. It's a back-to-back event. Right after that, there's another one. You know what it is? I'll show you. There's another one. Right after that, there's another one. There's two back-to-back videos. And fight for your XRP. Fight is your XRP. This is the next one. Are you ready? We're getting ready now for the Tesla earnings. Stand by for that. Also, we're going to ring the bell. Are you ready? Okay. Put that there. Now let me write this down. Fight for XRP. What's all this about? Okay. Fight for XRP. Whoops, a daisy. I'm going to get this right in a minute. Okay. All right. Fight for XRP. And we're going to drop that there. And I'm going to put that in the chat as well. You might want to be the first person to leave a comment there as well. Here is our fight for XRP. There it is. All right. So at the end of our live stream today, we'll take you right there. It'll be a world premiere, live premiere, everybody in the chat. And the first one will go to the second one. And there you go. XRP for nothing. And then fight for XRP. That's what it's all about. All right. Okay, let me just make sure I've got that right there. There we go. Let me just tweak that as well. Switch there. There you go. Make sure all these are right. Okay, there we go. Put a like on it. Oh, 8 likes already. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be a big one. Lestin will try to stay awake, Mike. Yeah, it's quite late. It's after the Tesla earnings. It might be a bit earlier. Depends on the Tesla earnings. It's only 5 minutes. It's a big event, but it's very quick. All right, just smash straight in. Smash straight in. All right, there we go. So I look forward to having your company tonight. Great stuff. All right, Tesla earnings, 15 minutes before the bell goes. What's our portfolio looking like today? As you can see, up 5.9 over $7,000. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's brick Tesla on the screen. TSLA. And let's get it on the screen. Let's go to Wall Street, hear what they're saying.
Tasty trade.
Thought they're on a break. Yeah, I've never known American TV. Everyone's on a break all the time. It's like every 5 minutes there's a break. People get upset with my ads on my flipping channel. The thing is, if you go YouTube Premium, you don't have to see any ads. You can't skip the ads on TV though, can you? How about that? So there you go. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, let me just check everything is good. Yes. All right, we got 15 minutes, so we got a little bit of an alert here from Tesla. Let's get this in. Or before we carry on, we should welcome all our guests in, all our members. Stanislav became a member. Look at all these new members today. Absolutely nuts. Can't believe they're members today. Chris became a member. Just everyone's a member now. It's absolutely amazing. Captain Crunch just became a member. First, James was first. I love this little war to be first. If you join early, let's show your support for Martyn. If he does, get 100 likes. Oh, did we do it? Not today, we didn't. Samuel Redner. Didn't get it right today, mate. Good evening for all you affiliadors. Have a great night, says Ellie B. Hit affiliadors? What's that? No idea. I have no idea what that means. I am wizardry today. Are you? Today, Jason Redbone Rattler. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Sweet joined back. My crypto's up 12,000 today. Bloody hell. DJ Hayes, good stuff. I'll have a work early in the morning. I guess I'm up late. It's only a quick one. Andy Culker. It's only a quick one. You'll enjoy it. It's only 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get 100 likes, shall we? Lestin, not in XRP, so would not mind it. My Tesla short position, I opened this morning, already up 2.5. I always short Tesla. Works every time. I never short any stock. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in shorting. Dan Ackerman, good evening. I have hopium for Tesla. Let's go, says Sean. Good afternoon, family. Looking good this morning. Let's have it today. Let's have it. Let's have it. Up 10% now on the day. I'm loving this, Samuel Redner. My cup runneth over. Take a big gulp. I'll keep trying. We'll get it. I love it, love it, love it. Congratulations, everyone who's making money today. This is what long-term investing is about. Long-term investing, staying invested, stay in the game, and you will win over time. That's what this channel and this show is all about. Right. Are you ready? Let's get some news. How long we got? 15 minutes. Let's see how it's stacking up. So we've got event number 1. Let's see how many people have left a like. Our big XRP, very quick event tonight. It's 5 minutes, that's it. There it is. I'll put it in the chat 3 times. Let's see how many people have left it. XRP, nothing. 9 likes now. Let me refresh the screen. Let's see if it's gone up. Let's see if it's gone up. And then I'm going to bring you the Tesla news. Lots of news for you. Lots of AI analysis as well. Oh, 10 likes now. It's racking up. There you go. And the second one is fight for your XRP. Fight for your XRP. This is the second one. I'll put in the chat for you right now. There it is. And let's see how many people have done that one. We've just got 3. Just got 3 likes on the second one. They're 5-minute things each. That's all they are. And Lestin is here. Lestin, he said, I'm there with you, mate. Yes, 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 yes. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Okie dokie. That's coming up right after Tesla earnings. So first of all, let's get the update on Tesla. Let me bring this story to you. Just out a short while ago. And let me play you the clip. Here we go. This is Tesla. I've got all the AI data for you as well. Let's get the news.
Had a big gain, though. The company reports first quarter results after the bell today. Joining us now is Dan Levy, Barclays senior equity research analyst. You've got your price target down to more closer to where the stock is, obviously, Dan. Would you say that it's sold out here? Do you think it's closer to where you want to buy it than where you want to sell it, at least?
I think on a near-term basis, there is some opportunity, and specifically, there's a catalyst opportunity around the earnings call. You know, we're looking for the potential for Elon Musk to be a bit more re-engaged with Tesla, the opportunity to reiterate the FSD driverless event in June. This outweighs some of the fundamental factors that we expect for a weaker, earnings result itself. Beyond that, though, I think there are different considerations that still keep us equal weight on the stock as far as the volume and fundamental setup as well. But near term, there's a catalyst opportunity.
Heretofore, you were not expecting a 2025 decline
Tap the like
in volume.
Button, guys. Let's get 100 likes. Share this out to everybody.
That's your forecast?
Correct. And I think we had such a weak first quarter. There's going to be a weak setup for the second quarter as well. And it's just too steep a hill to climb. Now, what we learned in recent days is that there was a report that the affordable model, which was supposed to be planned for the second half and which was supposed to be an opportunity for volume, that's going to be delayed by at least several months. And then you have all the questions on brand damage and where we are in the global EV market.
There's a couple of ways, I guess, that you might see that dissipating, the brand damage. He steps away from DOGE, let's say, and so that takes that off the table. There's obviously some lasting effects, but you know how fickle some consumers are. They see something really neat or a cheap Tesla or FSD feature. I think that could be, that I don't know what the half-life on the brand damage is. All I know is that there's certain places where I live where I park in a parking lot and it's like, there's like 8 Teslas and then there's a space for me. It's mind-boggling. When people buy an EV, they buy it many times. They buy a Tesla, and is that going to change?
Look, I think as far as leadership in the EV market, Tesla is clearly there. The opportunity for Tesla is they're really the only ones, at least in the U.S., that figured out how to sell EVs profitably. Everyone else has suffered with a lot of losses.
Shared everything on X.
Tesla has an opportunity to continue to lead the market. I think it remains to be seen on the brand damage side, but I think
Hello,
you're
Anita.
right.
Thanks for your Instagram messages.
The history of sort of market share dynamics for autos, market shares will swing around, and I think the thing to keep in mind is Teslas are actually relatively affordable. The $7,500 credit, which we expect to go away, is actually still in place, and that makes a Tesla today one of the more affordable vehicles in the market, especially if you're leasing it. What
would be a huge negative that could come out that we're not anticipating today? Maybe you could give me a huge positive. We've talked about the positives, but is there anything that could be way below what the street was expecting?
Well, I think that the question is really around the pace of recovery of margins. Margins have been under pressure for a variety of reasons, discounting and costs and the volumes have pulled back. If they give any color that shows that the margins are going to remain suppressed, that's a problem. Just remember, we're forecasting margins of roughly 10% this quarter, automotive gross margins. That's 1/3 of where we were 3 years ago. We've seen massive margin compression the last few years. And I think if we're still sitting here looking at a limited margin opportunity, that's a clear negative.
Okay, so there you go. There's a thought there. But we've got much more information than that coming up. So stand by for that. Oh, hello. That's interesting. It's just gone to that page there. I'll keep it there. That could be interesting. I've just got some interesting news sent to me. Anyway, I've got some AI. I've got some AI data for you. I've got some early numbers as well. Let me show you the early numbers. Tesla first quarter 25 production deliveries and deployments. All right. We already know all this. You may know it. You may not have seen it though. Austin, Texas, April the 2nd, 2025. So this was 20 days ago. You may not have read this. Model 3 production 345,454. Deliveries 323,800. Subject to operating lease accounting 4%. Other models 17,161. Total production was 362,615. Deliveries 336,681. So we've got 36 or 30,000 not delivered. Okay, well, we all know that. But tonight, we're looking for much, much bigger numbers on other things around Tesla. The energy, for instance, not all about the cars, learning more about DOGE, learning more about Optimus, self-drive, Robo taxis. That's what we're looking for tonight. So there we go. This is the earnings call. It goes live at 4:30. We've got a bit of a way to go, but we will get the numbers very soon live from Wall Street. So I'll keep my eye on that.
Understanding.
They're on a break. There we go. It's every 5 minutes. They're on a break. Anyway, nothing new coming from Trump. Someone just asked me what's going on with tariffs. No news is good news. We've got a deal nearly done with Japan and Italy and India. I've not even had a chance to report on the India good news yet, but that's to come as well. So that's why the markets are up. But mainly today, because of no name calling. I know that might sound silly that we're even having that conversation, but that is the reality of it. Pretty crazy, right? Okay, let me give you a little bit of a taste of what's coming up. We've got Tesla Q1 review expecting near record revenues. That will be fantastic. I've also got Magnificent 7 step into the earnings arena with tariffs closing in. I'll give you that in a moment. And Tesla, I've got full analysis done here for you. Forward PE, 90 times earnings. Forward PE, still very expensive, but nowhere near when you think about where we were with Palantir at over 700 times earnings. Still an expensive stock, even where it is today. All right, so we need to bear that in mind. Now, before I give you the AI summary of what we're going to get on the earnings, before I give you all the other news around the Mag 7 and Tesla expectations and so on, let's have some fun. Let's get 150 likes in 1 minute. Shall we go? Go, 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 go. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. All right, you ready? Here we go. 269 watching. We want 150 likes. Let's smash it out the park. Here we go. What happened there? Sound effects. Oh, I see. That's okay. You heard it the same. I just heard it different. That's okay. You're still good, right? You're still good? Everybody's good then. Okay, here we go. 249. I just had a shock there with the sound level, but you got it fine. 249. There we go. We want 150 likes in the first minute. Where are we? We're at 3. Let's refresh it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're now up to 97. Bloody hell, that was quick. 3 to go to 100. Let's get to 150 in 1 minute. You ready? Tap the like button, guys, and then I'll bring you all the AI information on Tesla. And we got our big XRP fund tonight. We got our XRP fund, 2 back-to-back events, XRP 5 minutes each one. Fight for XRP, and the other one was XRP for nothing. All right. Okay, have we got 100 yet? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me show on the screen. Are we up to 100? 103. Okay, we need 47 to go. 150 likes. There it goes. 104. Let's rock it in. Let's bring some Tesla on the screen while we're waiting. Our favorite car. There it is. There's the Tesla. But tonight it's all about the AI, the robots, the robotaxis, the power, and everything else. Come on, everybody, smash the like button. Let's do it. By the time the car goes through the forest, let's see if we've got 150 likes. There's our Tesla rolling down the road. Here it comes. Nice red one as well. I like the red one. Very nice. Okay, here we go. And 112. We're moving up. We're moving on up. We're getting there. Do you know what we need? We need our robot. Here he comes. Let's bring on the robot. We learned yesterday all about Amazon teaming up with XRP. No more walking down the aisle. You can simply swipe on your phone or your iPad, put your money in the cart, and you can make money now. You can spend your XRP at Amazon. That's coming. We broke you a great story last night. XRP. And we're going to do an XRP special promotion tonight to promote XRP. Oh, yes. All right, what are we up to now? We are on 117. Okay, I'm going to call this quick because we've only got 2 minutes before the bell goes. And I've got to ring the bell. I've got to get the news on Tesla. So I'm going to call this in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll do for me, donkey. That'll do. I've got to move on. We're about to ring the bell. Okay, here we go. Woohoo! All right, let's get ready. We've got 2 minutes to go. Ring the bell. We've got Tesla news on standby.
Later in the week as well.
I think the stock reactions to earnings is sort of the next thing that's going to serve as a little bit of a test or a tell for the market. Coming into today, you actually had marginally positive relative performance by the companies. The stocks
1.5 minutes to go. We're on standby for Tesla.
That shows you that we've
markets are going
a little
up.
bit of negative expectations about outlooks.
My portfolio is fantastic. $8,000 in one day. Lovely.
With how it goes from here. I think you can almost be encouraged by the
1 minute,
reports
20
themselves
seconds to go.
Extrapolating to say that we can bank on that. At some point, I also wonder
how many
if we're going to be able to
people
retreat to
clicked
this
the
idea
event for
that
tonight.
The U.S.
The
economy
link's
is
in
not
the chat.
particularly
It starts off with XRP for nothing.
As much as it's creating this massive weight on CEO,
leave a like, leave a share.
Investor and
We're promoting
confidence.
XRP tonight
It's not necessarily
in a way that's never normally done. No crypto channel can do it.
Incremental
All right,
escalation.
there's the first one.
Do we have some kind of a window
second
where
one
we can
is
take some
fight
kind of comfort
for
in the fact that
XRP
maybe actually
straight
here and now
after Tesla
economic activity
earnings.
is hanging in there. I
There's
think
the
that's
link in the chat.
Obviously sounds
This
like
show will go
almost
right
too
to it.
optimistic of you, but it's something that I don't
Leave a
think
like,
the market
leave a
has
share.
been fully priced for heading into this phase.
I mean, it's
30 seconds to go.
Yeah. There's just at this point
We're rallying again, up $8 grand in a day.
From consumers.
That's right.
Tesla.
After everything they've gone through.
Look at that bloody idiot
Which is
there.
why the clock is
I want to be famous. I don't want to do anything. I'll just get famous off somebody else. I love it.
Right? Once stuff is in place for a while,
Yeah.
and businesses have to assume it's going to remain
Right,
in place.
here we go.
And consumers start
15
to
seconds to
change
go.
their spending mix according to it. You're kind of sunk at that point. So I do think you really want people to be able to say, fine, let's allow the administration to find some kind of face-saving way to pull back. On the other hand, if you can just throw some leaked progress out there and get the market to rally, maybe they don't need to.
All right, the bell is gone. What are we doing?
At this moment.
For a day.
Thank you. For a day.
Back to yesterday's
That's
high.
Mike Santoli back with us. We're happy to have him right here at the desk with us today. Dow's going to go out with a 1,000.
Tesla's going up.
As it settles out here in a decidedly green day. I'll see you tomorrow into overtime with Morgan and John as we await those Tesla numbers.
Tesla numbers on standby. Markets going up.
Well, that's the end of regulation. NASA ringing the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange.
All right, now I'll go over to my backup stream so I can make sure I keep every possible resource open. So I'm opening up my backup stream. So the moment we get Tesla news, I'm on it like a carb on it. All right, I'll bring it to you the second it goes live. Oh, look at that, look. $8,700 now. A fantastic day. Now, I just want to remind everybody, because there's always somebody out there, there's always trolls and people trying to discredit what you do, trying to get themselves famous off basically nothing, famous off you. We've got quite a few now that are quoting me and making videos on me, which is fantastic. They're promoting the channel even more, looking like what they look like. Basically, I don't want to do anything, but I want to make videos promoting how rubbish you are. In fact, I'm rubbish, but that's what I do. So anyway, those people remain nameless. There's tons of them now. It's getting more by the day. Thank you. So one thing that often gets said is Martin Lucas keeps saying he's winning and 23 trades and 23 wins, but actually he's not making any money at all. That's completely false, of course. I tell everybody over and over again that I am still down overall. We know how much down. I lost $30,000 when I started with Virgin Galactic. Got to make that back. Since I rebalanced my portfolio, I've been up. We've had ups and down days, but yes, overall, we're still down. I told you about my overall down, 60 grand. That's okay. I now own $360,000 of VU. I started with 5,000. So overall, we're still down. But for the last 14 months since we've rebalanced, we're on the way up. And we are looking at a long-term portfolio. This is not a trading account. We are investing for the long term. We're digging deeper for profits for the future. So we know we started from a down place, and that's perfectly okay. We're down and we're making money. We're not trying to deceive anyone in any way whatsoever. And anyway, I can't wait. I've got my Stars in Her Eyes video coming out soon, and I can't wait to share that with you, because I've heard recently people say Martin isn't really an entertainer. He hasn't been entertaining all his life. He's actually an electrician. I'm actually an electronics engineer, and the job was given to me by Stars in Her Eyes, and I'll explain how all that works on my reaction video. But whether I am an electronics engineer or not, which I am actually a qualified electronics engineer, even though I've made my living my entire life from entertainment, and it's not hard to see, because you can go and see all my accounts over all the years, because I had a limited trading company, so you can go and see. I've been in the same business since I was 16. I also have a trade. I am a qualified HND electronics engineer. So it's quite funny when people try to discredit me, saying he's not really an entertainer. He's actually an electrician, because he said it on Stars in Her Eyes. Yeah, I did say it on Stars in Her Eyes, and I'm going to show you that video shortly. And, he's not really making money. Well, yeah, I am. I'm up $8,000 today, but he's not really making money. No, overall, I'm still down. Absolutely right. It's a long-term portfolio. My job on the way down is to buy more and not sell. I could trade and take profit and call it a win if you want, but I'm actually staying in the game, buying more on the way down. So there you go. I thought I would share that information with you, as we're getting more and more people trying to make reaction videos to me, just like I do for Meet Kevin and Donald Trump. So it's kind of cool. NVIDIA 110, auto groups lobbying Trump administration over parts. 130 by June. Let me keep my eye on
trade
Tesla.
Headlines are moving the markets in either
awaiting
direction.
Tesla
Today
results.
Hello,
said Val.
that CNBC
Kings at the table, not beneath the... Exactly. Exactly, well, Frito.
Trade dynamics there, but
and that very much,
is also very
much is what I'm talking about. There'll be people trying to take trades off the table, scrambling around. I am simply buying more, owning more, buying the dips, working, earning money, staying in the game. I am the king at my own table, and I want my portfolio to go to $1 million without ever having to sell. That's very different than scratching around trying to take a profit every day. That's what I do. And while Fredo, you're absolutely right, quoting me on that. I love the fact you've remembered that. Not hard to see, you can hold an audience. Thank you very much, Jason. The channel is exploding at the moment, and every single level. We cannot thank you enough for that. Over 1,000 members now. 98% of our live viewers are members, more than any channel on YouTube TV. And we've got a platinum member and 30-odd gold members. We've got a whale that watches us. It's fantastic. Anyway, we're on standby for our Tesla numbers, so stand by. We've also got special XRP events. The moment we get the numbers from Tesla, I will bring you all the analysis. We're just waiting for the numbers. That's why we're on standby. We'll get them any moment. So just wait. We're on standby at the moment. All right. Now, if you've just tuned in, we've got two big events today, straight after the show. As you know, I showed this morning on the live stream, we're actually ranking #1 on YouTube for XRP Bank of America, on Google, XRP Bank of America. If you type that in incognito, we rank #1, which is fantastic. And you're saying your Tesla is tanking. No, it's not. It's just trading before it opens. This is what it does. Perfectly normal. You forgot to mention when you said it was tanking, Tommy Tinkler, you forgot to mention that a second before it tanked, it shot up. And now back to where it was. So this is perfectly normal for Tesla. Steady on, all right? This is what Tesla does. In fact, we're up on the after hours. So just understand what is actually going on. This is how Tesla trades. Do we have the numbers yet? We're waiting for the numbers.
Basis, but then we'll see if the market is willing
we
to
are
say
waiting for Tesla results.
That's the worst.
Stand by for that. This is how Tesla trades. Let me give you all the comments. Long term for me. Evening, Kent Paranormal. Val, it's so refreshing to see you say more than just margin. It is. Hello, RB is here. Welcome to RB. The moment we get the numbers, I will bring you the full analysis on the stock. We can take a look at it. Now, just while we're waiting, you've got a second to do this. First of all, straight after the earnings, we've got a special event. It's pinned to the top. Here it is in the chat. Go there now, leave a like, and share it on social media. The XRP army is doing it. The first one, and there are already people waiting, is XRP for nothing. There it is, XRP. We've got 10 likes already. Poor man, rich man, he's already sharing it. Let's have a little look. Let's see, we got 16 now. 16 likes already on this premiere. It's a world premiere, never seen before. XRP for nothing. Who wants some XRP for? Tesla results out. Here we go.
We're going to take on how many they sell, but those are two things that we're watching that maybe aren't as well known. I guess we'll have to dive in and see, but expectations, my oh my, about as low as you can get for a stock, so maybe we can get a little pop here.
Here we go.
Courtney, I'm going to put a similar question to you here with full disclosure that we're probably going to interrupt you in any moment.
That's fair. But I think really when you look at Tesla, their core business is autos. And that's really why there's been so much emphasis.
Okay, I said I'd do it. I am.
Go for it.
We're going to get to those Tesla results. Stay right there, Courtney. Phil LeBeau has the numbers. Hi, Phil.
Morgan, this is a miss on the top and the bottom line for Tesla, and a miss by quite a wide bit when it comes to the bottom line. Company earning 27 cents a share, well below the street expectation of earning 39 cents a share. Revenue light of expectations. The street was expecting 21.11 billion. Tesla bringing in 19.34 billion in the first quarter. The release just came out. We're going to go through it right now. Take a look at what we can find in terms of free cash flow, auto gross margins, the numbers
overall
within the numbers that
up.
are so important, as well as any guidance that the company gives with regard to things like future models, et cetera. But again, Tesla missing on the top and the bottom line. Not a huge surprise given how weak the first quarter was. But again, 27 cents a share versus the street at 39 cents a share. Morgan and John, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Phil, we'll be coming back to you when you have more details to bring us. In the meantime, Courtney, I'm going to go back to you. We got a miss on the top and bottom line. Stocks fractionally lower here in overtime. We know there's been a lot of brand destruction. We know that sales have fallen. Is the best in the rearview mirror now for Tesla, or is there a possibility for improvement from here?
I think there's improvement.
Yeah,
That's why the overall market's up.
We really have to see what they say after earnings, because when it comes to Tesla, they're trading almost 100 times forward earnings. And compare that to any other car company, it is an extreme valuation.
Yeah.
And the reason it trades so much higher is because people are optimistic about their autonomous vehicles and potentially any like lower price vehicles that might come out later this year, but on any of their technology. That after Trump was elected, there was a lot of optimism that was more likely to go through under this administration. That's kind of gone out the window. But if you do get some sort of optimism that is, there's a light at the end of the tunnel that we could be seeing some of that later this year.
Tesla at this level.
That could potentially be a pop, especially after you've seen it's down over 50%
if Elon Musk gives good guidance, you've had it, mate.
The bar has really been lowered here.
That's why it's not getting up, going off. I think we really have to see what the next year is going to look like for them.
Ryan, really curious again to, of course, see
overall markets
the difference between, of course,
if you're short in this, you could lose a lot of money.
A couple weeks ago, but really what the inventory numbers are. So let's go back to Phil LeBeau, who's got some more on Tesla's quarter. Phil?
Hey guys, one update on the release from Tesla as we read through it. The company says it is revisiting its full year guidance and will do that here in the second quarter. Why? Not a big surprise here. Like so many other companies, the shifting trade tensions or shifting trade patterns around the world is forcing them to reassess exactly what's going to be happening in terms of their full year guidance. So again, Tesla says it will revisit its full year guidance here in the second quarter. A couple other notes coming up regarding the Cybercab. They're going to continue to pursue a revolutionary unboxed manufacturing strategy, and it's scheduled for volume production starting in 2026. We'll continue going through the release and have more in just a bit. Back to you.
Okay, Phil LeBeau, thank you. Ryan, I'm looking at
You've got the little treat coming along. Yeah, treat's coming up tonight after earnings.
Inventory days of supply looks to be at 22 days for Q1 versus 12 in Q4, 19, 18, 28 back in Q1 of 2024. Is that about what you were expecting or no?
No, that's pretty close to it. I mean,
this is what it looks like from a visual standpoint.
Some disappointing numbers, right? I mean, again, that's kind of what we're clearly seeing. I mean, like we said, the stock's cut in half. I mean, it's interesting. Look at my screen there. It's not really moving that much here. I know we're all waiting about guidance. So I don't think this was totally abnormal. I know my friend Dan Ives is on later. I'm wearing a pink jacket in honor of Dan here, but anxious to hear what he has to say. But I don't think this is overly the top negative, over the top worst case scenario. Yeah, it wasn't good, but I mean, so much as negativity is priced in. It'll be interesting to see, kind of how we react tomorrow when you have a full day of trading. But I don't think this is too abnormal.
No,
here.
Elon Musk will sell this.
Mike, I'm going to pick up on what Ryan just said. I mean, Tesla's down fractionally about 0.5% right now. We know it had a big pop today in the regular trading session. We know that the stock has dropped like a rock over the last couple of months. Just the fact that we are seeing...
Okay, we'll come off that for a minute. If you're short in this stock, you could lose a lot of money tonight because people are going to buy this. This is not as... people are expecting it could have been worse. And it's not. It's still, it's still expensive. We just showed you how expensive it is. But I think if you're trying to short the stock down here, you could lose money. So songs for space, you like to short stocks. This is why I never do it. It's a very dangerous game. If we get good guidance from Elon Musk, if he talks about robo-taxis and if he talks about autonomous driving and other revenues, he talks about solar, he talks about AI, data, all this other stuff, the Tesla insurance. I mean, there's so many things. Optimus, any positive news there, mate, you've had it. You'll get liquidated. I never short stocks. I think it's terrible. I only buy. I don't do options. That's not for me. But despite it's missed, people are buying it. They thought it could be worse. And it's not. Look at the overall portfolio. My overall stock market is going up. It's okay. This shows you strength in the US economy right now. This should scare the hell out of you if you are shorting the market. There is a very example of the strength of the American economy right there. If you ever wanted to know it, there it is. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. Of course, I don't. I can't read a book, crystal ball, but well, yes, I can. Yeah, I can. But you know what I mean, though, folks? That is really good. That could have tanked 5-10%, and it didn't. It's already oversold. That's what it's expensive, but people still believe in this stock. Interesting. Let's see what it's all to play for Elon Musk now. All to play for Elon Musk. Question is, why are they still buying? Well, songs for space, you bet against it. That's what happens when you take a short position and you gamble. It's a good business. Elon Musk has put bad karma on it and bad image on it, but it's a good business. And to bet against it is a big mistake. I think I wouldn't short any stock. Certainly wouldn't short Tesla. About what was expected, said Tommy Tinkler. Talk of Elon being forced off the board. That could be good or bad. I say it's good. I'd say it's good. I think Tesla doesn't need Elon Musk anymore. Holds 235 will be good. That spike was just Elon buying. Songs for space. I know you're trying to talk yourself into something, but I wish you the best. Not that I want you to win shorting stock, but I want you to win for whatever that means. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you short stocks, you play with the devil, you play with fire, you get your fingers burnt. So anyway, you made that decision. So it is what it is. Now, we've got Tesla earnings coming up shortly. I'm going to cover it live. I'm going to bring you the official earnings with Elon Musk. So if everyone could tap the like button, there you go. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We aim to go live 12 hours a day. The most honest, real channel on YouTube TV. Ask me anything, call in, be on the show, or be a troll and make reaction videos, whichever way you like. But you are all welcome to call in. Ask me anything you want. As long as you remember, you can call in, be on the show, challenge, question, anything you like, and I am more than happy to do so. I offer that all the time, but no one ever takes me up on that who wishes to do reaction or troll videos. And they don't want to come on. They just want to make their videos for themselves, trying to capture any views on my name. Crazy, right? No, it's not crazy at all. I did the same thing for Meet Kevin. If I say Meet Kevin talks rubbish, I say it. But I don't do it anymore because I don't need to bother. But I used to. So I understand why they do it. Even if all the shenanigans around Tesla, it's still holding up. Lots of sector, Tesla doing well. Energy good. I'm bullish on the USA. I am certainly. Look at the overall market. The overall market is up $8,000 today. $8,000 today, 6.5%. I am very happy. Obviously, I'm happy. Not selling anything, not buying anything now. I'm focusing on paying down margin. Right. So let me get to the AI news. So everyone's tapped the like button. You all done that? Okay, here is Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread if you want my software that I'm going to use right now, free trials. We've got a new link. There's free trials, bigger discounts. Go and try it all out. I know the owner, the CEO of Alpha Spread. All of my members get a discount there, which makes my membership for free. There's the music channel if you want to subscribe for the party on Friday. There's Instagram and X. If you want to follow me on Instagram and X. There's the all links button so you can get the newsletter. I've got a newsletter about to go out. I only do a few a year. It's mainly for backup for the show. Sometimes we like to move the channel. We've moved it 3 times, so that does happen. We have a fresh start on a new channel. So if you follow me, if you are on my database, I can email you and tell you where I've gone. So without that, you wouldn't know where I'd gone. It's a free newsletter. I'll never spam you or anything like that. And also, you get a birthday card as well if you give me your name and your birthday. Not your year, just the month and the day. I will send you a birthday card. There's the shop, martynlucas.com. We've now got, martynlucasshop.com. We've now got a new thing where once you've bought a few things in the shop, you might find you got a free gift. Go and have a look. We're giving free mugs away. Once you've bought a t-shirt and a hoodie and a couple of things, you might have a free mug, a free gift. I'll show you how it works now. Look at this. This was me this afternoon. I went in there and I found out I had a free mug myself. So look, I went over here. See over here, look. There you go. I've won myself a free limited edition mug. So we're giving away free gifts and prizes and all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. Is there anything new on the shop today? I told Sensei earlier, I said, you got to get some new stuff. I want some new stuff on the shop today. What's he done? Has he done anything yet? We've got Space Mug. Space Mug to the moon. There we go. A Space Mug. Virgin Galactic Mug to the moon. There you go. And you can buy, you can do, what do they call it? You can buy, what is it called? Bundles now as well. So if you buy an XRP mug, look, you can buy a bundle and get stuff for free. You can get like, you can get like 1.5 mugs for free. And then you can win a free one in your free gift over here. And then you can get another 20% off over here. Sensei done a great job of that. I love it. So there you go, martynlucasshop.com. Now, Discord is ending in 8 days' time. We are going to upgrade everything. We're going premium. So if you want to enter Discord from now on, it's premium. It's only a couple of bucks. All our original members, you got access to it. All the founder members, nothing's changing for you. But anyone new now, it's a couple of bucks because I can't answer all the questions and I want to provide the best service. There is Discord. We're offering free training. We're offering one-on-one. You can talk one-on-one with Ed Nevius, one-on-one with me, one-on-one with Sensei Crypto. Lots of perks and benefits if you become a Discord member. Now, when you click on the link, don't even bother doing the free version. It's going away. So it's still there for the minute. It's about, that link will soon change. You can get in, but you won't ever see anything. You'll never see anything. The premium is all that's available now, $2.99. And you can send me a friend request. I will immediately accept it and you get immediate access and all the training videos are coming as well. So there you go. If you want to become a member, there you go. There's Free Stocks Robinhood USA, Free Stocks Robinhood UK. Now then, let's get on to the analysis. And then after the earnings tonight, we've got our two big events. Event number one. Here it is, XRP for nothing. XRP for nothing. Who wants something for nothing? XRP for nothing. There it is. Be the first person to share and like. I want to promote XRP to the world in a way never been done before. And this will be my best ever. I've done some work on audio, and I think you will tell me it's the best ever. Why no one told me? There was a little bit clipping on the hot bass. So we've done some work on that, and it's improved. So the audio is improved again. And straight after it, we have Fight for XRP. What's all that about? There's the link in the chat. Make sure that you leave a comment and like, and I shall... Oh, hello, what's this?
Val donated $9.99 through a super chat.
Hey, Val, thank you so much for your support. Val just says margin all the time, but he gives loads of support to the channel. Now, look at this, folks. Tesla is holding up. If you're short in the stock tonight, that could be a very, very big mistake. People are expecting this result, and it's all about Elon now, and it's holding the market up. This is very good. This is very good for strength of the US economy and the belief that people have in Tesla. Good night. So let me bring you all the news. So let's get straight into it. First of all, there's the poll. Have you all voted on the poll? 203 votes so far. Let me give you the link. We'll have a live phone in as well. If you want to be on the call with me, there is the live phone in. Here it comes on the screen now. Only members only. Only members only. Just members only, Martin, would be fine. There is the link. You can call in and be on the show. Let me give you the result of the poll. Are you bullish on Tesla? Are you bullish on Tesla? Now, this is what ranks on Google. 203 votes, 49% say yes. 203 votes, 225 votes, 48% now are bullish. You might want to go and vote on that. Good. Okay. I've given you the numbers. We don't need to do that anymore. I'm now going to give you all the news on Tesla and my AI analysis before we get to the call. Something's bothering me. There's something on my mind that I haven't done yet, and I just can't think what it is. What haven't I done? What am I trying to think that I haven't done? It's doing my head in. What haven't I done? There's something bothering me now. Oh, yes, I know what it was. I've just remembered now. Okay, here we go. Let me just change this. We're going to open it up now to everybody. All subscribers can comment. As I've answered every one of my members' comments, it's now open to subscribers. Everyone who subscribes can now comment in the chat. So as you're doing your comments, I will come back to you. Here is my AI analysis I put together for you. See what you think of this. Tesla earnings is coming up. Here's my analysis. So 731 market cap, EPS 2.63%, 90 times earnings, still very expensive, but it has come down from 127. It is expensive. You are going to pay a premium for Tesla, and you should pay a premium for Tesla, but it's expensive. We're giving it a hold. All right, just as a quick spoiler. I'm going to give you some more details, because if you don't know what Tesla is, if you just think about cars, you're missing out. Tesla is playing is a leading player, the number one player actually, in the electric vehicle and renewable energy sectors. Founded in 2003, the company designs, develops, manufactures and sells electric vehicles and energy generation and storage systems globally. Tesla operates through two primary segments, automotive and energy generation and storage. The automotive segment offers a range of electric vehicles, including the Model 3, Model Y, Model S, and Model X, and the Cybertruck. Along with automotive regulatory credits, vehicle services, and insurance, the energy generation and storage segment provides solar energy production products and energy storage solutions like Powerwall, Megapack to residential, commercial, and industrial customers. That's what we're looking to hear about tonight. Tesla's business model emphasizes a direct-to-consumer sales approach supported by a network of company-owned showrooms, service centers, and supercharger stations. The company's strategic focus on innovation extends to its development of full self-drive FSD technology and the upcoming Robo taxi service, showcasing its commitment to autonomous vehicle advancements. Tesla also engages in the design, manufacture, and solar energy products, enhancing its renewable energy offerings. Tesla's manufacturing footprint includes facilities in the United States, China, and Germany, enabling cost-effective production and distribution. The company sources components from a global network of suppliers and strives to integrate sustainable practices into its operations, aligning with its mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Now then, competition and competitors. So BYD offers a wide range of electric vehicles and has a significant presence in China. NIO, other Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers known for its premium electric SUVs, and Rivian, an electric EV manufacturer focusing on electric trucks and SUVs. Recently to that list, we'd like to add Lucid. It wasn't mentioned because they're not at scale right now, so I didn't include it. Okay, I'm not including it yet because it isn't competition for Tesla. However, it's taking some of their customers due to the not wanting to buy a Tesla scenario. Okay, but I've not included it in my AI analysis. Tesla's unique value proposition lies in its vertical integrated approach and encompassing everything from vehicle design and manufacture to direct sales and service. The company's emphasis on innovation is evident in its development of full self-driving technology and its ambitious plans for a robotaxi network. Tesla's extensive supercharger network and commitment to sustainability further differentiate it from competitors, providing a comprehensive ecosystem for electric vehicle owners and renewable energy customers. Now then, this is what we're giving it. So, valuation F. Obviously, it's 90 times earnings. Now, we are getting a little bit of a sell-off, but it's bouncing back. I don't think it's going to do too much. If you're short in the market tonight, you're going to lose. Because the overall markets are up. They're tired. They want to go up. They should go up. They're oversold. Deals are being done with tariffs. Everything's going up. Tesla will recover. Elon is leaving the government. I'm sure he will be bullish tonight. If you're shorting Tesla with the overall market pumping like this, remember I'm only in the S&P and I'm up 6.5% in one day. So just remember that. Okay. We've got Tesla is trying to go. There you go. It's green in the after hours. It's not selling. In fact, people have been buying since this moment. Calling in. Okay. Saab wants to call in and be on the call. If you want to be on the call tonight with me with Tesla, there are 10 spots. Saab is calling in. He's spot number 1. There are 9 spots left. If you want to call in and be on the show, join me for the earnings call. You can be on the call with me. There is the link to call in. All right, there is the link to call in. Going to carry on with my analysis. I'm waiting to see you call in, Saab. So, valuation is F, growth B-, profitability A+. That's what it's about. Cash flow, we love it. Momentum, B, revision, C-. So valuation, Tesla is significantly overvalued compared to its peers. It should be. Its price to shares ratio is 8, which is substantially higher than the sector median of 1. This suggests that the stock is trading at a premium. It is trading at a premium. You are damn right. It's trading at a premium. I've answered the call to Saab. Thank you for calling in. We've got 9 spots left for a Tesla earnings. Join me for the call. Call on in and be on the call with me. All right. Growth metrics are mixed, while free cash flow per share is projected to grow by 25%. Revenue growth year over year is just 1%, indicating slowing expansion compared to the sector's 2% growth. Tesla demonstrates strong profitability with a net income margin of 7%, significantly higher than the sector median of 4%. This indicates efficient profit generation relative to peers. momentum. Tesla stock's momentum shows a positive trend with a 1-year price performance increase of 55%. Betting against Tesla and shorting the market is a big mistake. You will lose your money, especially when everything's already oversold. We're up after hours on the S&P. Everything is waiting to go up, waiting on Trump's tariffs being done, which they will. We've got some news today on India. China as well is coming to the table. So just if you're going to short Tesla, I guarantee you're going to get your fingers burned. All right, play with fire, you get burned. Revisions. The earnings revisions are concerning with a 36 downward EPS revisions compared to 1 upward, indicating a negative outlook from analysts on Tesla's future earnings potential. The reason for that is they cannot quantify Robotaxi. It doesn't exist right now. They can't quantify Optimus and all the other things that are waiting to come out. They can't quantify those, so they don't give them a value. That's why we have this revisions of being down. Positives raised by analysts. I don't want to do that because analysts just give their opinions, as I do, of course, but who the hell cares what anybody else says? You only care about what I say, right? Why share everybody else's opinion? You got enough of mine, right? Okay, there we go. There's my Tesla analysis for this evening. I hope you enjoyed that. I've got some headlines before we bring on our guests. We've got Magnificent 7 step into the earnings arena with tariffs closing in. I will bring that to you in a minute. And expected near record revenues. We'll talk about that as we hear more from Tesla and Elon Musk. But for right now, though, I'm going to bring in our guest who is an XRP investor. He's also he likes Tesla as well. And I don't think you'll be short in Tesla tonight, and he'll be quite glad with this, expecting a downward expectations on today's earnings. Nobody was really expecting anything amazing, but anyway, let's bring Saab into the show. Good evening, Saab. You're looking very smart there with your XRP hat on. How you doing?
Good evening. I thought I'd prepare for later on, and come in there. But yes, I mean, the news for Tesla, it's not anything that we didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about bad earnings before, but I think they're better than they were. I think once people start actually understanding Tesla and not just thinking it's a car company,
that's right.
They'll figure out that this is a stock for the future, not just something we can just make money on. I mean, there are good ways of making money on Tesla because it's so volatile.
Yeah.
For the long term, I've got my position. I'm holding it. I sold at 283. I bought back in at 222, 223, riding it back up now. So it's good. It's good. I like the Tesla. I like the Tesla story. I know a lot of people, get disheartened with Tesla and what's going on with Elon and stuff like that. But people forget how much he's already done for the world. Honestly, look at what Tesla started electric cars. Look how many companies are making electric cars now. Good for BYD. Good for all the companies who are making electric cars. Look at the benefit that it's having for the world. And I think people just very short term and very fickle with their with their feelings about the company leaders. I'm bullish on the USA. Just because I don't like Donald Trump doesn't mean...
Money Making Mitch donated $10 to a super chat. Google earnings, please, Martin.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much indeed for that. Sorry, I just got you cut off right in the last sentence there.
It's all right. Just because you don't like... I don't like Donald Trump, that doesn't mean I give up on the USA. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm bullish on the USA. I'm bullish on the USA companies, and let's go Tesla.
Let's go. Let's do it. I mean, you can pretty much see that. Look at the way the overall market is up today. I know it's not up 6.59. It's amplified by my margin, but it's up a good way today. And it's not selling off with this disappointing news from Tesla. It shows you that the markets are primed to go up. They're waiting. They just want an excuse to buy. That's all it is. I think this was a great opportunity to buy the dip. I'm all in. You're all in. It's great. I cannot wait. So we're on standby for Tesla earnings. Let me just check my feeds on Tesla. They sent a new updated link recently. Where is it? I thought I had it open. Where's my Tesla earnings? Back. April 22nd. Yeah, we're waiting for it. It won't be there for a while. We got another maybe 20 minutes, I think, before it comes through. So Money Making Mitch, you are a member. You've been a member now for 2 months. If you are a member, you can actually book an earnings, and you have done so. You have asked for Google. So you want Google earnings. If you do a super chat, minimum of $5. I appreciate the $10. That's very, very kind. Thank you. I will do an earnings for you. So let me see when this is. The Google earnings is April 24th. Okay, so it's on Thursday, April 24th, after hours. So let me put that down for you. Let me show everybody the Goog. Let me do that now. Goog, which is April 24th. If you want an earnings, I can do an earnings for you. It's first come, first serve. At the moment, I'm only doing one in the evening and one in the morning because the extra channel is doing very, very well by itself. I don't need to try and do double earnings. So I'm just letting the extra channel be the replay show. That works just as well. So I'm doing that. So if you want an earnings, these are your earnings choices. If you are a member, you can book an earnings. So what have we got coming up for you? Here we go. Tomorrow is Wednesday. You know what Wednesday is? Can you remember, Saab? What am I and what do I do every Wednesday?
Well,
you do it as well in your house. You do it as well for your wife
on Wednesdays.
Well, it might not be a Wednesday. It might be a different day for you, but for me, it's a Wednesday. What do you do? There you go. I am the man of bins. I am the man of bins. Tuesday night, tonight, after the XRP event, I am the man of bins preparing for the bin collection by the trash men in the morning.
As we should.
As we should, right? That's all I do, basically. My wife does everything. I just put the bins out. That's it, but I do them really well. I'm telling you, I am the man of bins. Right, so tomorrow morning, this is what you can have, all right? You can't have anything else tonight. You've missed the boat. You've missed the boat. So tomorrow, this is what you can have. Pre-market. Pre-market. If you want, I'll get up early. These are the ones you can have. If you know which one, or just, I'm not going to call them all out because, you know, I'm lazy. Just tell me what you want. You can see them on the screen here. You might recognize your favorite logo. That's tomorrow morning before the bell. I can do it. I can cover it for you. What about after the bell tomorrow night? There you go. There's a few that you might like. Zoom in. You can see what they are. I'm not going to read them all out. There's just too many. First come, first serve. Okay. And then on Thursday in the center here, start from the top. Thursday, if you want pre-market, Union Pacific, Procter. I'm not going to read them all out. There's too many. I only do what you want because there are so many members choose their earnings. These are all before hours, before the market opens. Pre-market, that's the word I was looking for. And then we got after hours. After hours, there's Google. That is now booked in. That's now booked in. That's booked in by Money Making Mitch. Thank you. A lot of people will be happy about that. I'm happy about that because Google is my boss. They own YouTube. So so there's no point showing you Thursday. Thursday's booked. What about Friday? What about Friday? Friday, before the open on Friday. There are a few for you. There you go. $5 minimum. I will do your earnings for you. After hours, nothing on a Friday. Okay. Whoa, the market is rallying. The market is rallying. If you shorted Tesla tonight, you're going to lose all your money. Especially if Elon comes out with something about Optimus or anything. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. So stand by for that. But look, Tesla's going up. The overall market's going up. This is telling you now, this is giving you a signal that the market is ready to buy back in. There's billions of dollars waiting to buy back in. Trump's been quiet today, and he could have been very vocal about all the good news with what's happening with China, India. I haven't had a chance to even report on it yet. The moment I do, it's going to blow up on my channel, especially the India one. That's a really big deal. The India one's great. And China, it's just hasn't completed yet, but it's going to. So there you go, overall markets. Now, next week, if you want to book ahead, if you like booking ahead, which is fine, I can make you a promo video as well. I'll just do Monday. Monday morning before the open, there's a few for you. And after hours, there's a few more. All right? Should we do one more day? We'll do Tuesday. Okay, we'll do Tuesday. Which one is it going to be? SoFi, Coca-Cola. Ooh. Pick one of my favorites. I mean, that way I get paid basically $5 to do what I want to do anyway. That suits me, but I won't do it. You know I won't cover the earnings unless I get a super chat. I ain't doing it. But if you want Coca-Cola, SoFi, it's up to you. SoFi's rubbish. Coca-Cola, great. And after hours. What's after hours on Tuesday? Visa. Oh, that'll be interesting. They'll be talking about our XRPs pinching all their business. Sobs like that. I can see him smiling. He's going, yeah, I like that. There you go. So there's all your earnings coming up for you for the next couple of days. No one has booked NVIDIA yet. No one's booked that. There's loads of good ones coming up. Anyway, it's up to you. These are the ones that we've got booked. Google, April 24th. Eli Lilly, May 1st. Base, Virgin Galactic, that's gone. Lucid, that's gone on May the 6th. Robinhood, May the 7th. Mobix, May the 13th. Vertical Aerospace, May the 13th. That is with Vaz. That's with Vaz. He's doing his own earnings. I love it. All right, good stuff coming up. Right, we've got Tesla holding up very nicely. If you're shorting it, you're going to lose. The overall market's going up. I'm loving that. Loving that indeed. All right. Now then, sorry about that. Let me back to there. If you want to call in, you can call in and be on the show. Let me give you the link in the chat once again. Here's the link to call in. Members only. You can call in. Like Saab, we've got space for 10 people. We can watch the earnings together. You can comment. You can give me your thoughts. Your reactions to it all. So it's a nice experience when we all share the earnings together. Because don't forget, at the end of the day, folks, we're all winning and losing together. So you might as well be on the call together as opposed to just being on your own at home, right? Okay. Now then, if you've just tuned in, we're waiting for the call. I will have the call information in about 8 or 9 minutes. I will have the information to put on the screen, and then we can get prepared for it, right? If you just tuned in, consider subscribing and tap the like button. That would be lovely if you could do that. Thank you very much. We might hit 78,000 today. They are. You can tell them what to do there, Sabler. Can you see if you can do it with your hand in the right place? It's hard. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? See? Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy, is it? You see what I mean? It's not as easy as you think, right? Oh, you're muted. Why are you muted? Oh, I muted you. Why did I mute you? Yeah, there you go.
That's instead of pointing, that's why you use the whole hand, huh?
Who does? I do.
Yeah, you go.
Do I? Oh, do I? Do I? Never realised. I'm going to start pointing then. Right, pointing.
No, that looks good.
No, it doesn't. It looks silly. Now you pointed it out to me, I'm thinking, that's rubbish. Why have I always done that? All right, thank you for that. Yeah. Over here. Yeah, okay. I see where you're going. All right, steady on. Right, okay. What's next? Let me have a look. So yes, we could tonight hit our target of 78,000 subscribers if everyone taps the subscribe. That'll be cool. Leah showed me a picture yesterday. She said, Martyn, you need to remember this. You keep forgetting this because you're like working on these numbers all the time. She took a picture of me about 6 weeks ago. At 56,000 subscribers, Saab, sat on the sofa in the evening, drinking a cup of tea. She likes to take random pictures as I'm holding my phone with the subscribers. And she showed it me. She said, look, 6 weeks ago, you were at 56. You're at 77, nearly 78. You need to remember that. And the trouble is, because I study it second by second, it doesn't always feel like it's moving. She said, if you looked at it once a month, you'd like see it jump 10, 20,000, so...
It's like watching a kid grow up, isn't it? You don't see it on the daily, but if you see a kid after a couple of weeks, you haven't seen them, they look like they've shot up an inch.
Yeah. Yeah, kids certainly do, don't they? When they're young, they certainly do. show quickly. So anyway, there we go. Right now then, let me see. I don't think Tesla will have it. They might have it 45 minutes ahead. Let me see if they do. We've got a good number tonight, 2,364. Oh, have tuned in. What's this?
Casey donated $1.99 a super chat on Extra to buy back the pants at 50% but got too fat to zip 'em.
To buy back the pants.
The jeans.
Don't get it.
Jeans.
Oh, do we know what's he saying?
The jeans analogy.
Oh, my jeans analogy. That was a good one, though, wasn't it? It was a good one. Oh, there we go. Saab wants to call in. So now I've got to change the screen now. Now I've got to press this. I've got to put Saab on 8. Sorry, Saab. You're not going to be just on your own now, mate. He don't mind that. He don't mind that. He loves it. Let me go over to here. He loves it. There you go. Spot number 8 and spot number 9. I'm going to sort you out. There you go. Let me zoom you in. Let me make you look really good. There you go. There he is. There's Saab. And Lestin Wins going, I'm over here. I can see you. Here I come. And I mean, you could just move yourself. I'm just saying. No. Why do I have to, move everyone's cameras around?
I mean, I could have lied in my bed, but...
Yeah, no, don't lie on your bed, mate. Don't lie on your bed. We've got Elon Musk on the show in a minute. You got to pay a little respect, mate.
We just got him out of bed.
He just got out of bed and thought, bugger it. I'm lying on my bed. I don't care. Right, okay. Let me see if I've got the link yet. Let's have a little look at what we got. Any more news coming through? Nothing yet. Nothing new yet. We've done our Tesla analysis. We don't need to do that again. We've covered that now. So I've already covered that. I've got that news I'll share later. We've done the earnings. And let's go to Tesla. Are we getting a link yet? Let's have a little look. April 22. They don't normally send it out yet. It's a little early. That's the way it goes. Here we go. We've got it now. April 22nd. Yeah, make sure I get the right one. No one wants to listen to the wrong one, right? That would be Ella. Yeah. Imagine that if I played the wrong one and everybody went, these figures don't sound right. And you sat there for an hour and listened to the wrong one. Oh, my God. I'd wake up in the morning, unsubscribe, unmember. Oh, my God. Leah, we got to get a new job. I've lost everybody. Oh, hang on. Let me turn this on here. Sorry, Saab. Say again, mate.
I said, well, we saw you dancing without music today, giving it the...
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I know it was without music. I actually think it was. I think it was better without music. It shows more talent. Anyone can dance to music. If you can dance without music, that's skill. So I had the music, you just couldn't hear it.
Hey, I've got no problem you telling yourself that story, mate.
I know. I will, mate. Dancing was never my strong point. I got to be honest. Dancing was never my strong point. I had a very.
Dance like no one's watching. That's my rule.
Mate, that was a problem. When I was about 15, somebody was watching. I went... Let me tell you what happened. I'm going to give you as little information as possible. When I was 15, I was advised to take some ballet lessons, okay? And ballet's good. Very athletic, very fit, very good. So I went to ballet lessons in Devon, Exeter in Devon. And I had to wear, the sort of tights things. I'm 15. I'm a young man. And I had a very, 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 very good looking teacher, lady teacher, in a little tiny frilly little tutu thing. And what she did, I don't know why she did this. She shouldn't have done this to the guys. The girls may be okay. But what they do is when you're in fifth position, they want you to put your legs, your knees open up. So your legs are open like that. So what she decided to do, think of it, you're 15. She looks really nice. And she's pushing her knees into my knees to open my legs up.
Oh.
I didn't go back.
Bill Martyn.
Yeah, but I was very embarrassed by the whole experience. I didn't go back. I remember how she looked, but I never went back.
Classic.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, there it goes. Family show. Right, the stocks are going up. And Tesla's holding up. I'm loving this. This is pretty good. Normally when the numbers come out, we get violent action and everyone's going, it's already sold off, mate. We're holding. We want Elon to pump it up. That's what people are saying right now with their Tesla. Is that how you're feeling, Saab, as a Tesla investor?
Well, yeah, look. When we were beating earnings, it usually drops off the shelf on earnings. You know, it never goes up. But look at it now. It's under earnings, and nothing's really happened. So as a Tesla investor, you know, I'm feeling he needs to just get back to the company and tell everybody what the future is, and get these investors back on track. You know, we're all feeling it. Yeah. We all felt bad that he's been away. He's been doing all this stuff. It's not good for the company. But, you know, I invested in the company. It wasn't just Elon. I invested in the company and all it's doing.
That's right. That's right.
I think there's a lot to come. If Elon even was in the head now, I think he's got good people enough to take over what he's doing.
Totally.
He's got great people.
Yeah, he could leave tomorrow. It wouldn't collapse. I totally agree. And even though I don't invest independently, look, this is how much I've got. If we go 360,000 now, that's what I've got invested. 360,000 times 1.5%, that's the S&P, equals $5,400 worth of Tesla. That's essentially what I've got, Saab. So I feel good about it. I feel good about owning $5,500 worth of Tesla. Yeah, happy at this price. I mean, buying a lot of it at this price. So, absolutely.
Nice little jump this morning, eh?
Oh, booty, wasn't it? Absolute booty. Yeah, very, very nice indeed. Very, very nice. But remember, we're still down overall. Still down. I was doing my little work today because I get notified. I have software that searches for my name. Whenever my name appears anywhere, I get notified. And I got notified today about a new channel that's been set up as a reaction to me. And it's someone we know, actually, but I'm not going to give this person publicity like the other person. There's about 5 now, all trying to do reaction videos. And he was saying that Martyn isn't quite what he says he is. He says he's an entertainer, but in fact, I watch Stars in Their Eyes, and he's an electrician. Well, I'm actually an electronics engineer. I do have a HND degree, but I'm also an entertainer just because I'm actually a qualified engineer. But when I do my Stars in Their Eyes reaction video, bearing in mind that was like 30 years ago as well, we were given a job. I also went on Britain's Got Talent, and I was told I couldn't continue because I was appearing in the same theatre that Britain's Got Talent was being recorded in. It was the Birmingham Hippodrome. And I went and I did Jesus Christ Superstar. I was singing that in the audition. And they checked on the my name. They did a bit of check. And because my name is Martyn Lucas, that's my real name. And they said, hang on a minute, aren't you playing in this theatre? And I said, yeah, with the show called One Night in Vegas. And I said, yeah. He said, sorry, you can't be in this competition. So there's lots of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, but the latest thing that's being done on me now is Martyn isn't who he said he is. He's not really a singer or an entertainer. He's an electrician. The fact that I sit here and do my shows and I've had my own Vegas show and all that doesn't count, right? I'm an electrician.
That's pretty much being an electrician.
Sorry, go on, Justin.
I was going to say he has to be pretty much an electrician to do his setup.
Well, I wanted to learn my trade. When I was performing, I wanted to learn how to build the systems. Now, on the Stars in Their Eyes video, when I play it to you, you hear me say that Matthew Kelly, the host, said, you shouldn't be wiring up PA systems. You should be performing on them. And I was like, I am, but I'm not allowed to say I'm an entertainer. So I hardly do any electronics, to be honest with you, Matthew Kelly. But you told me I'm not allowed to say it. But anyway, you were going to say something, Saab.
You're doing something right when you got haters, right?
Yeah.
Success breeds contempt. And if you know that you're doing something, you're going down the right road, people can't handle it, and they'll do. Look what's happened to Elon, look what's happened to a bunch of people. When they get successful, there's always going to be people out there hate, and you just know that you're on the right path because you're going to start getting people that hate you.
Yeah. There's absolutely There's absolutely nothing in my past that I'm embarrassed about. I even just shared with you a very personal, memory. There's nothing, I'm not a mass murderer and oh my God, if they only found out, that would really be a shame. There's nothing, and if telling people that actually he's not really making any money, 23 trades, 23 wins, which I explained, is like, well, yeah, but he's not making any money. Well, no, I'm overall down. Everyone knows I'm overall down. It's not a secret. It's a long-term investment strategy. But I don't know. I don't know why. And it's a shame as well, because when I saw this particular video, it was someone I really liked. And I was like, he was calling in on my show. And he tells you in the video, I was only calling in to fact check. He was trying to catch me out. Like, that's nice. I was really nice to you as well. But anyway.
Can't win them all, Ryan.
No, it doesn't matter, mate. There's about 10 of them now. There's quite a few, and I get notified about everything. And it's. Do you know what though? I did the same, didn't I, to Meet Kevin? When Meet Kevin makes up stuff and he says lies, I tell people. The difference is I haven't told any lies. That's what's really frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, it's all good. Let's come back to the stock. How long have we got? Let's have a little look. I don't need to bring you that. That's not important. We've got the Tesla. Yeah, we're just counting down. Here it is, 33 minutes. This is what I'm showing on the screen, guys. This is the official broadcasts, what you get if you watch it on your own, except with us, you're going to get 4K surround sound. You can call in, be on the show, and you don't just get Elon on the phone. You get all the numbers, the charts, the analysis. We'll bring you the... the global market will bring you the stock. So, you might as well join in with us. It's up to you. Anyway, lovely to have you here. Let's bring back to the party channel. There we go. Over there. Do you want to call in? I'll give you the link. Leston Win. How are you feeling today, mate? You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling fine. Feeling fine. Nice to see a green day.
It is, isn't it? This is why today's show, I don't know if you saw any. Did you see any of the show today, Liston? Did you watch it?
No, I saw bits, but I was at work.
We were just larking around today, mate. We went into a little party. I drank whiskey on the show. We did a few songs. We just had fun today because I've, I guess my number one skill, if you like, is I know how to read an audience. Been doing it since I was 4. As a piano man, that's what you do. You got to read the audience, right? And I just felt that people are tired, fed up, sick and tired. They just want to have a day when you go, do you know what? We'll have a laugh. And real investors go to work on the red days. They dig the ditches. They stay in. They find ways to earn money. They find ways to buy the bottom. And then when it starts going up, let everybody else buy the stock on the way up. Don't you start buying it. You bought it at the bottom. Just enjoy going up. And honestly, there's not much we can really talk about. We just laugh and drink beer and fall off chairs. That's what investors do, right, Saab?
Yeah, I was out early this morning as well. I didn't get all the front part of the show. I just caught you at the end. And then I went back and watched some of that. And then you just having a lark around, which is great. It's time to enjoy yourself, like you do all the hard work. And it's nice to have a nice green day and nice relax. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what investors are doing. I don't understand all the people today queuing up to buy the stock. I mean, nuts, innit? But if they all bought it when it was down, it would have just gone up yesterday. So it's the same bloody thing. You can't all buy it when it's down because the moment you buy it, it's up. So it's just...
To be fair, we rely on them buying it now. So
We do. We want everyone to buy it now. We want everyone to buy it like crazy. Roll up, buy the shares. Guess what? I'm not selling. Oh, what does that mean? That means the price keeps going up because I'm not selling and neither is anybody else. So the price goes up. Carry on.
Yeah.
Right, we got...
I never encourage it just out of just trying to be a nice person. I never encourage anybody to buy when it's going up. I never do that, so I always tell them to buy when it's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy away. And that is financial advice. There's 10 trolls now. One of you, clip it. That Martin Lucas said it's financial advice to buy the pump. Yes, I did. Go and do it. Oh, God. Right. What have we got here? Super chat. For anyone who thinks shorting Tesla is a good idea, just know that Elon Musk is the richest and probably smartest troll in the world. I tweet. One tweet. There you go. With one tweet. Yeah, one tweet. I love it. Thank you, MSK, for that super chat. I'm sorry it didn't play because I had it turned off. I didn't want it to go over Saab's face. But now he's up the top. We can bring him on again. Bring him on again. It doesn't matter what others say as long as you're true to yourself. That is very, very true. It's a shame who it was, though. I really like this guy. He was a really nice person. And on his video, I was only calling in to fact check or fact find or whatever it was. Anyway. So I'm gonna start looking at you in a different way now. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I got to check what I say to Saab. He might make a video in a minute. What's he gonna say next?
You do. We don't all agree on everything, so we're all here for different reasons, and obviously some people are there to fact check you and put you down. But hey, that's just part of life, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's just part of life.
It is. They can do it as much as they want. Okay, bye for now, Sanya Joshi. Okay, bye for now. 207 pending. Will it go there? What are we talking about now? 207. Pending. Will it go there? Pending? 207. I'm not really sure. Sanya. No idea what you mean. Invest in Tesla if you love America, says Jim Harding. Okay. That's an opinion. Just the world. American companies are in demand and invincible. Well, we do believe in America, but they're not invincible. All right. Loads of great American businesses don't exist anymore. Remember Kodak? Well, it still does exist, by the way. There's many more like that, but they still exist, but much, much smaller private companies doing a little bit of this, little bit of that. James, Martyn, I have just seen the video you were talking about. Oh, have you? How have you found it? How the hell did you find it? Oh, I knew I shouldn't have mentioned it. I should keep my gob shut. He's going to blow up now. How did you find it? Don't give too much away, James, but how did you find it? Damn it. This is probably why they do it. They get more views when I do this. It's like all of a sudden I got 1,000 subscribers. He's currently got 4 subscribers, all right? I'll tell you that. James, how did you find it? What a beard on this man. Oh, hello. A real panty dropper. Martyn, you could oh dear. There you go. You could use some of that hair. Thank you, Marcus. The trouble is, you see, I can't do it. I can't grow that. If I want to grow that, I can't. I can grow it out my nose and my ears. If you'd like me to have a beard like Saab, out of my nose and ears, that and my eyebrows, that I can do. That I can do. But on my head and out my face, it goes a bit gingery out my face. So, like a drunk Father Christmas, bit dirty and orangey colour. If you're calling in, you have to let me know you're calling in. Okay, you have to let me know you're calling in the chat. If anybody wants to call in, let me give you the link once again. We have got exactly 25 minutes before the call begins. If you want to be on the call, you can. There is the link to call in. Now, while we wait for Elon Musk to get himself organised, because, we got to wait for the man to turn up, let's be fair. All right? I need you to get ready for these 2 events. There's 2 events here coming up. Event number 1, XRP for nothing. Straight after the earnings call, we're going to promote the hell out of XRP in a way you've never seen before. All right, this is XRP for nothing. So we're giving away, basically, trolls, stand by. Here's a clip for you. We're giving away free XRP, and you can claim it. There you go. XRP for nothing. What's he saying? It's clickbait, innit? XRP for nothing. It's a 5-minute special event right at the end of the show. Go there right now. Click a like, click subscribe. It's a separate channel, somewhere separate, somewhere that the trolls will never find it. All right. Okay, so go and click on it. We've got 16 likes already. This live stream will take you right there. Oh, Zach Zate says he's calling in. All right, let me put Zach Zate up there. There we go. Zach Zate's calling in. Right, we've got 16 people already thumbed it up. Let's have a look. We've now got 23 likes. Oh, Saab. It's going to be a big one, Saab, this one. This is going to be a big XRP. There you go. I've unmuted you. It's going to be exciting. Look, 23 already.
That's all my ex-followers who are coming in there.
Is that all you?
huge viewing now.
Yeah, Jason Redbone Rattler, yes please. He wants some free XRP. Mike's there. Lovely. How many people have clicked? There's 4 people waiting. You don't need to be sitting there waiting because I'm here. I'll be there in a minute. All right. And after that, we got another one. That's 5 minutes, and it goes straight into a double. So we're going to hit XRP twice. This one is called Fight for XRP. All right, there you go. You're going to love this one. There you go. It's in the chat. How many people are liking it? At the moment, it says 9. I'm going to refresh it. Let's see if we can do better than that. 9. This is straight after show tonight. 11. Anybody in the chat? Lestin Win and Poor Man Rich Man, they are in, they're ready for it. Fantastic. That comes up now. That will take you right to the event right at the end of today's show. How are you, Zach Zay? How are you, mate?
Very good. In a special learning days, I've never been so surrounded with so many Teslas.
Oh, we got Teslas. Oh, there he is. Hey. He's got the Tesla factory. Where else are you going to get this? I'm loving it. Oh, look at that. Hello. A Cybertruck. Ooh. I bet it's got all the fingerprints on it, innit? The Cybertruck. Fingerprint. What we got? Let's have a little look.
I'm going to take us to the, what they call it, the visitor center.
Go and tell him you on the telly. Go and tell him you're covering the earnings. They'll go, ooh, is it Meet Kevin? He's got lots more viewers than Martyn. Martyn Lucas, don't worry. Just move on. And have a look. What's he got?
Did it show the sign?
I love the sign. It spells
Fremont,
Tesla.
California.
I've got...
Zach safe on the ground at the Tesla factory in Fremont at the Tesla earnings.
Ooh, check it out.
Should go around with like a toy mic, start interviewing all the staff.
He should, shouldn't it? What do you mean a toy mic?
Because it won't be hooked up to his phone, so it's like a pretend.
Well,
mic.
it might be hooked up to his phone. You don't know that, Destin. Just because you don't hook up a microphone to your phone, I do all the time.
Let me check if I'm even at the right area.
Well, you're in a Tesla factory. It says Tesla on the sign. I've seen it.
For sure.
So where are you going then?
Where's the visitor center? The visitor center?
Bit demanding, mate. Just say please.
Center?
Bloody hell, Zach. Say please. Oi!
Thank you so very much.
Oi! Visitor center. You could just say please. Gets me a lot better. I do much better with saying please. We'll go in the visitor center.
Not even a hi, how are you doing? Just visitor center.
Oi.
Go on, Zach.
Come on, Zach. Let's see it. We're going in. He's going
in.
Don't tell him you're on the telly. On the earnings. There might be SEC rules.
Hello. Look at the visitor center. If I have any questions or.
He's nice.
Just curiosity questions.
Help you as much as I can with questions.
So, first of all, I know today is very important for Tesla with the earnings. You know, you've been around for a while. How do you feel being with Tesla? Just honest.
I love it. I love it. It got me out of a lot of situations that I shouldn't have been in, but I love it.
You love it? That's so welcome. And working in Fremont, being in California, you feel the strength of the company? You feel the power that it affects the world?
I do. I really do. Like, some people have, their opinions about Tesla, but me personally, I love to work for Tesla.
You love the company. Would you have a Tesla if you could?
If I could, if I could afford it, yeah. But
So they don't give you Tesla for the workers like a gift?
no, not for free.
In a perfect world, right?
Yeah, no, it's through a whole. We go through it just like everyone else does.
And have you had to see Elon walking around sometimes?
I haven't personally seen him. I've only heard stories, but I haven't seen him.
So if I'm calling him, he's not going. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your time.
We're being quiet. We're being quiet, Zaxay. Oh.
Awesome.
Hey! Let's hear it. Let's hear it for Zach. Hey! That was brilliant. Zach, that was legendary. That was absolutely legendary. You do realise...
I'm curious. I'm damn curious.
You do realise we've just broken all SEC regulations now on an earnings call. We got secret information talking to somebody at the factory. Oh, that was good.
It's a free word, right? Thank you. I'm just curious about the company, making sure that you all, just a Fremont first time to be in the area. So I'm heading out. I just came to see I'm future car purchaser. So I just was curious to see how people, because my car, they don't like the workers. They don't like working there. I'm trying to get Tesla in the future. No. I just came to the visitor center for a few minutes. Yeah, thank you so very much. I'm heading out. Thank you, guys.
I love it. That's security telling you you're not on YouTube, are you? You're not on YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Brilliant.
It's very question. Every question that I have, and I told you I don't trust nobody. I want to hear it. I want to be a witness. I want to see it. I want to be there. And today especially, because I drive here every time. I never stop. And it's very important for me just to get the vibes from the people themselves. The place is a castle. And I would not recommend to do what I'm doing. I'm just sharing, and you give me the stage to share with you. So definitely not recommended, but fun to know and details. I'm very pleased with the reaction and with the place itself. But I'm heading out. I'll call soon.
Zaxay, you are an absolute legend. Thank you for calling in. Everyone loved it. You just made YouTube gold. Thank you, mate.
Oh, Tesla. Whoever loves Tesla, you know why. It's a beautiful. And all the loading trucks are on the other side. They got full loaded trucks just to deliver. Always. They always have the truck delivered. Non-stop.
I love it. Thank you, mate. Thank you for that. Absolutely terrific. Absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to put you on. Mute just for the minute, just because there's a bit of noise there. Wow. How about that? How about it? How about that? Saab. Wasn't that amazing?
We've got a guy on the ground at Tesla on earnings. You can't beat that, can you?
You can't beat it, can you? And he goes in and he asks the question. He don't mess around. Boom. No. What's Elon Musk like? By the way, I'm live on YouTube to 77,000 people. She would have got security if she'd known that. I tell you that for nothing. Yeah. Dead right. Yeah. Oof.
What would have really topped it off if he had like a Martin Lucas hat or shirt on?
Yeah, that's what he needs. That's what he needs. Yeah. Well, if he walks around, the trouble is though, Leston, if he walks around with a Martin Lucas shirt and a t-shirt, he'll probably get attacked by lots of women. They'll go, "Do you know Martin Lucas?" He'll go, "Yeah." Oh, terrible. So he can't do that. He has to hide that fact. He has to keep that fact on the download. You know what I mean? Anyway, you didn't sound at all convinced by that.
We need proof first.
You're a legend, mate. You're a legend.
Zach, I've unmuted you again now, mate. That was brilliant. We loved it. I've unmuted you, Zach. I've unmuted you, mate.
1 second. I'm calling again.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, brilliant. Right, we've got 15 minutes to go. This is the official earnings. Oh, how cool was that? That was just great. Zach is the best, isn't he? He really is. He went all the way there to do that, to bring it to everybody. And I hope you enjoyed that, folks, because he made the effort to drive. I have no idea how far that was. I
saw him on the chat earlier on, and he says, I'm actually in Fremont. near the Tesla factory. Probably, it doesn't matter how near, but he actually just took his time out and went there and did the do.
Yeah. And had the nerve to knock on the door, find it, shout at the security guard, visitor centre. I didn't hear, excuse me. This is what I'd have done. Excuse me, mate. How are you? How are you, mate? I'm Martyn Lucas. I'm on YouTube. I wanted to make a little clip. Where's the visit? That's what I would have done, which would have got me nowhere. He went, YouTubers, get out of it. See, you just got to be straight to it. Visitor centre, like you're some sort of investor. You just call the shots. See, I'm too nice. That's why I don't get anywhere. Brilliant. I love it. Okay. We got 15 minutes to go. So we got just time to invite everyone to tap the like buttons. Very, very exciting. We got 255 watching. We don't get a massive audience for Tesla because there's some big channels that just do Tesla all the time that get all the Tesla fanboys. We don't have the biggest audience, but this is pretty good. Again, a year ago, I'd have been lucky with 30 people watching. So got to remember that. I'm very happy. It's just not going to be thousands like we get with other things that we do. But still pretty good. Let me bring Zach Zate back in again. There he is. He's back up there on the screen. There he is.
Very good.
Hey, Zach, we're just saying you were an absolute legend there, what you did there, mate.
Thank you. No worries. All the high-tech, all the Silicon Valley, all the technology companies, you drive and you see them. That's why I always said, if it exists, if you support, what you support, something that exists, something that you know is alive. If it makes money or don't, it's always nice to see how the people live and enjoy it, how the insiders feeling, how it's organized. Securities, I'm sweating. Security is definitely something you don't want to mess. And by my curiosity, the same as the flight of Delta. I don't need to ask permission to go and stand outside. Even if they won't let me into the Spaceport America, I can be on the border and look at the aircraft. It's not a secret. And that's why nobody can limit you from seeing what you need to see and investing in.
Do you know one of the things I love about you, Mo Saxay, and everyone could draw a lot from this? You live your life for you. And you're not afraid to live. We've seen that when you are out on the street on a Friday night, dancing down the road, people walking past. You love life. You love what you do. You want to enjoy yourself and you don't care. You're not doing anything wrong, not doing anything silly, but you want to dance and enjoy and express yourself. And I wish everybody had that confidence to do that. Because on a Friday night, the sun's shining, you're in California, you're out dancing on the street, you got the music in your ears, you're having a great time, and you don't care who walks past. They must know that your neighbours must go, oh, it's Zach Zate again. It's Friday night. He's running around dancing. He just doesn't care. I think it's great. I absolutely think it's great. I wish I could do that. I think I'm a little bit of a free spirit, but not like you. Not like you. I could not just do that in my street.
I will explain. The same as there is the fear, and I always write, fear not here. I have no fear. The same as the fear, there is the greed. And when the greed come, I'm lock and load. When the greed come, when it's raining, everybody get wet. Like today, it's raining. But when the greed come, you need to know where is the perfect storm to be at. So you got to be involved. You got to be mixed. You got to live the life. And I appreciate what you told me, because it is true. We live once. No fear. Fear no here. But the same scale as you have the fear in one side, you have the other side, which it will get there. That's why we have the scale, to be in both sides. You just need to enjoy. At the fear, you get the much more joy to do the learning. When you get to the other side, it's when chickens start running without a head. So if people sometimes don't know what to do because you kind of losing the control seriously about the situation. I do like life. I think, again, heart is one of my main issues. Heart. Use your art. I had my first YouTube video skydiving about 13 years ago. I could see the potential of YouTube, but I'm not I don't have computer time, and I like to be outside. I like to live the nature out.
You're just breaking up a little bit.
Go with the. Yes, I got some calls.
Yeah, you're back now.
So I decided to live again the life. So I decided to live the life that interested me, and the issues that I got the benefit of learning from them through, however and how long it will take. I got patient, and I think 14 years. And I went.
Whoa, look at this. We're popping up. I've just lost your signal a bit. We're popping up. Look at this. After hours, $9,000 up now. Oh, my God. Tesla is going up. Oh, if you've shorted Tesla, you're going to lose big tonight. Songs for Space. I think he said he was shorting Tesla. Oh, dear God. The market just wants to go up now. We've got 9 minutes to go before the earnings. I just want to say, everyone should listen to what you're saying. Watch you on a Friday night, Zach, when you're out in the street, under the sunshine, in the sunshine, with your headphones on, enjoying the music, not caring what anyone else thinks. I mean, you shouldn't just go through life offending people and attacking people. You're not. You're out on the street dancing. If other people find that silly, that's their problem. If they find it embarrassing or they don't understand it, that's their problem. If you were being offensive or rude or attacking people, then they have a right. But you're out just living life, enjoying yourself, having a great time. And I wish everyone could do that, because I've always learned in my life.
Thank you so much, Martyn.
I've learned in my life.
I appreciate what you're saying, every word, and use that. Live like that. I think you live once. But another thing, and I'm pulling over to get a better connection. About 14 years ago, I had a customer. And that customer told me something about Tesla. Again, Tesla Day, Tesla stories. And she told me, Zach, nobody believed me. Nobody understood what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. And she got the Tesla. And today, 14 years after, she's holding 4 houses in the Bay Area, California, paid. She owned each house with the Tesla parking in the front, and she still owns a share of Tesla. When we talk about generations and money, old money, people that are 40 years, 30 years, even 20 years in the market, when the tax season come, they're already up. Because seasonally, yearly, they're already up. So if they trim a little bit, pay their taxes, and talking about hundreds of thousands sometimes, that's where the market have that power. America definitely using the market. It hasn't been nice lately, but I believe America knows that. They involved in the market. They're learning the market, and they take the interest of the companies to see those changes. There was a big sell-off for the latest taxes, and Tesla was one of them. But eventually, and I live again in California, every corner, every place I see, I get to see the Tesla car. It's what they call Teslafornia.
It's pumping right now. The whole market's is going up on this. This could be fantastic. So we've only got 6.5 minutes to go. So before we go into the call, stand by. I just want to, on what you've said tonight, and watching you just go into Tesla Factory, get it done, do it. The way you party on Friday nights. I want to share this with everybody, and this is really important, right? Before we go into the Tesla earnings, this is your life. This life belongs to you and nobody else. We all do it. We all suffer from this. Not Zach Zate, apparently, but the rest of us do. We suffer from what people think of us. Now, you need to remember this. This is your life. It doesn't belong to anybody else, and you've only got a short life, 80 years, 90 years if you're lucky. You might not even have that many years. Who knows? But it's a well-known fact that the people that you worry about, take me, for example, the trolls that bother me or whatever it is, they're insignificant, and they're ruining and taking your life from you. Because the reality is, you might spend your entire life not doing things because you're worried what people think about you or how they feel towards you. And the reality is, within a day of you passing on and dying and no longer being here, people will already move on. people will already start to forget about you. People that you've been focused on all your life, thinking they are the most important thing. They are what it's all about. After just one day of you dying and passing on, they'll already have moved on to the next thing. They've not thought about you as much as you have thought about them. And if you spend your life not doing things because what everybody else thinks about you, you are literally giving your life away. So do what you want to do. Zach loves to go out and dance and party and enjoy himself on a Friday night. And today he just walked into a Tesla factory live on the show and he wanted to get some answers and he did it. He didn't think what anyone would think of him. He just did it. And that is really, really important. There's one thing that we can take away from today's show. A day after that you die, people will already be moving on. Oh, just a week after you've died, just a week, family members will already be doing things that you would never have thought possible. They'll be laughing again. They'll be going back to work. They'll be moving on with their lives. And even your spouse and partner, just 1 month from after when you pass on, she'll be sat in front of the TV laughing to some comedy that's on the telly, something that will make her laugh and make her smile, in my case. So it's important that you don't spend your life concerned what everyone thinks of you, because if you do, you're just giving your life away. Go and do the things that make you happy and bring you pleasure and enjoyment, because it's your life. The people that troll you or bother you or say you're stupid or whatever, they're not important. They're only doing it because they haven't got anything of their own. They want to just take their life, their frustrations out on you. Don't allow anyone to steal your time on this earth. And that's what we can learn from Zach Zate. We have got 3 minutes to go before the earnings. As you can see, we're up oh my God, 10,637, 9%, 8.64, flipping heck. I knew it was going to be good, but not today, not that much. I'm so glad I didn't sell anything, but I never was going to. No surprise here. Wow, what a night. What a night. I bought the dips. Now we just sit back and relax. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. Before we start the call, does anybody else want to call in, join us? Here is the link. Members can call in. If you've always thought about, I want to call in, but somebody might not like the way I look or the way I sound, or I haven't got my makeup on. Don't worry about it. Enjoy your moment. This is your moment. You might not have tomorrow. This might be the last time that I'm here. Who knows? Who knows? There might be no chance to call in tomorrow. Oh my God, look at this. Nearly $12,000. That is absolutely going berserk. Oh my God. Look at this. 11,809. Don't tell me you can't make money owning the S&P. Yeah, you can. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait when I can finally say, after 4 years, I'm finally up overall. I've recovered all my losses from when I started, and I'm up overall. How long is it going to be?
Congratulations.
6 months? It'll be 6 months, right? I reckon 6 months. 6 months. I'll be up and go, there we go. Went through all the crap for 4 years, and now I'm finally up. I've earned money. I've saved it. I've invested it, but now that money has made a profit overall on itself. Here we go. Tesla earnings. Tesla is playing the music, so we're going to mute that. We don't want any funky music coming in. Let me make sure. Okay, that's muted. Beautiful. That's muted. I've got it ready to go. Wow. And by the way, guys, can I just say, I really appreciated the applause there. I always, you know me, I'm an entertainer, right? I love, oh, it's done it. $12,000. $12,000 in 1 day. 1 day.
Beautiful. It
is, isn't it? So all I've got to do now is I've got to go 3.5 weeks. This will be my record month. This is another every month is better than the last. Earn it, spend nothing, save it all, put it in, and I won't need to buy this month, will I? Won't need to buy this month. The margin will go woomph. Nice big step down. Good,
and
good,
it's just
good.
the beginning.
I can't wait when I can finally say I'm up overall. It's going to annoy 10 trolls, but it's going to make me happy.
Martyn, you up on YouTube overall.
Yeah, I know.
On YouTube.
I know. Let's get ready.
So I got to hang. I got calls. Enjoy. Live your life, because when you die, we all die naked.
Zach, before you go, just want to say there's only one ZZ that I like, and that was Zinedine Zidane. But now there's two.
Hey, Zach Zate.
I want to be ZZ Bottom.
Zach Zate.
ZZ Bottom, not ZZ Top, ZZ Bottom.
Zach Zate lives it. Zach Zate lives it. He's loving it. I love it. Thank you, Zach Zate, for calling in. We appreciate it. Thank you, mate. All right. Okay. We're waiting for Tesla to begin. The markets are absolutely 12,227. Bloody hell. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, if you were shorting Tesla tonight, you've had it. You've had your chips. Songs for Space, tell me you really wasn't shorting the stock. I don't want anyone to lose. You know I don't like shorters. You know
he said he was going to pay for his golf round today, so I think he might have been shorting it.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to lose, but I make no bones about it. I don't like shorting stock. I don't like betting against the economy, hoping that businesses fail. If you play that game, you get burned. You play fire. I mean, we all know that shorters win some of the battles, but they always lose the wars. Eventually, bull markets are always stronger than bear markets. They last longer than bear markets. And if you look since the beginning of time, whoa. What's Tesla doing? The bloody volumes are all over the place.
245, I think. Let me have a look.
Whoa. Hang on. Okay, I've got control again now. That was a bit chaos for a moment there. Okay. We're all good. I had it coming from multiple sources. Folks, we're now coming up to $13,000. $13,000. I mean, 13,230. That's ridiculous. Oh God. I've never had $13,000, mate. I've never had 13. The biggest theatre I ever did was the Mayflower Theatre in Southampton. We earned about £40,000, which is about $50,000. Then I paid the theatre. Then I paid the orchestra. Then I paid my crew. I ended up with about $2,000. I'm not joking. I've never had $13,000, so,
So it could be almost 14 now. It's at 492.
Yeah, 13,230 already. Yeah. Right, we're on standby for Tesla. They're playing the audio. I've got it coming through. Stand by, folks. Wow. What a bloody day.
What a day. What a day.
Oh, I see Songs for Space has gone quiet. I hope is Songs for Space in the chat. We're waiting for we're on standby for Tesla. We're playing the music. Let me see if Songs for Space is here. No, he's not. He's gone. He was here. Oh, hang on. I'm checking the wrong screen. Oh, yes, he is here. Are you okay? If he's shorted the stock, he won't be. I mean, let's be honest. You can't really, can you? If you've shorted the stock and it goes up like that. Oh, well. Listen, folks, it's up to you. I don't give financial advice, but if I could say anything, it'd be never short stocks because, just statistically, if you look at the beginning of the stock market hundreds of years ago to here, what does it do? It goes up. It doesn't go down. It goes up and down in between, but it goes from there to there, and it will go from there to there. So if you're short in stocks, you are playing with fire, and you will get your fingers burned. So I would strongly recommend no one ever do it, but it's up to you.
Especially in these times, it's already precarious, and these times it's just
It's Russian roulette. We're down 25% from the peak to the trough, and you're short in the market when everything is oversold, hoping it goes even lower. When every single person at the factory and every CEO is trying for the stock to go up. You're one man.
Look at how many stocks we saw go down when the earnings were great, and in this market. Like all the stocks, like the Amazon, all the stocks that they were doing fantastic, great earnings, but they just kept falling off the cliff every time. So it's really tough time to guess right now.
Yeah, guessing is just not, we don't do guessing. All right. Anyway, I hope he's here. He's in the chat. He's not responding. I would imagine he's running around trying to buy or set whatever he's doing to try to rescue his position. Oh, Trump has just said he's no intention of firing the Fed. No, that's why the market's going up.
Yeah.
Here we go, folks. That's why the markets are pumping.
A number of other executives. Our Q1 results
what are you laughing
were
about?
At about 3 p.m. Central Time, and the update deck will be published to the same link as this webcast. During this call, we will discuss our business outlook and make forward-looking statements.
Here we go.
These comments are based on our predictions and expectations as of today. Actual events or results could differ materially due to a number of risks and uncertainties, including those mentioned in our most recent filings with the SEC. During the question and answer portion of today's call, please limit yourself to one question and one follow-up. Please use the raise hand button to join the question queue. Before we jump into Q&A, Elon will be providing an update. Elon?
Hello, everyone. Well, it's never a dull moment these days. One thing's for sure, every day is going to be exciting. As people know, there's been some blowback for the time that I've been spending in government with the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. I think the work that we're doing there is actually very important for trying to rein in the insane deficit that is leading our country, the United States, to destruction. And the DOGE team has made a lot of progress in addressing waste and fraud. The natural blowback from that is those who were receiving the wasteful dollars and the fraudulent dollars will try to attack me and DOGE team and anything associated with me. So but then I'm really left with two choices. Should we just let the waste and fraud continue? We're continuing at it to grow at a really unsustainable pace that was bankrupting the country, or to fight the waste and fraud and try to get the country back on the right track. And I believe the right thing to do is to fight the waste and fraud and get the country back on the right track, and working together with President Trump and his administration. Because if the ship of America goes down, we all go down with it, including Tesla and everyone else. So I think this is this critical work. Now, the protests that you'll see out there, they're very organized, they're paid for. They're obviously not going to admit that the reason that they're protesting is because they're receiving fraudulent money, or that they're the recipients of wasteful largesse, but they're going to come up with some other reason. But that is the real reason for the protests. The actual reason is that those receiving the waste and fraud wish to continue receiving it. That is the real thing that's going on here, obviously. So now that said, I do think there's the large slug of work necessary to get the DOGE team in place and working in the government to get the financial house in order is mostly done. And I think
they like this. They like this.
Starting probably in next month, May, my time allocation to Doge will drop significantly. I'll have to continue doing it for, I think, probably the remainder of the president's term, just to make sure that the waste and fraud that we stop does not come roaring back.
Oh, look at this!
Which we'll do if it has the chance. So I think I'll continue to spend, a day or two per week on government matters for as long as the president would like me to do so, and as long as it is useful. But starting next month, I'll be allocating far more of my time to Tesla, and now that the major work of establishing the Department of Government Efficiency is done. So at Tesla, we've gone through.
They love it. They love it.
Many a crisis over the years, and actually been through many near-death experiences. Like we probably were on the ragged edge of death, at least, maybe a dozen times. It's been so many times. This is not one of those times. We're not on the ragged edge of death, not even close. But there are some challenges, and I expect that this year will be. There'll probably be some unexpected bumps this year, but I remain extremely optimistic about the future of the company.
Oh,
the future of the company is fundamentally based
13.5 grand.
Large-scale autonomous cars.
That's what I'm talking about.
And large-scale, in large volume, vast numbers of.
That's investing, folks, right there.
Robots.
Dig the ditches.
So the value of a company that makes truly useful autonomous humanoid robots and autonomous useful vehicles at scale, at low cost, which is what Tesla's going to do, is staggering. I continue to believe that Tesla, with excellent execution, will be the most valuable company in the world by far. But that's an important if. We must execute well. But if we do execute well, I think Tesla will be the most valuable company in the world by far. It may be as valuable as the next 5 companies combined. So, but there'll be a few bumps along the road before that happens.
If you wish to call in, I'll put the link in the chat. You can join the panel.
We'll start to see the prosperity of autonomy take effect in a material way around the middle of next year. We still expect to be selling fully autonomous rides in June in Austin, as we've been saying for now several months. So that's continued. But the real question from a financial standpoint is, when does it really become material and affect the bottom line of the company?
We're about to hit $14,000. Sod it.
When does it move the financial needle in a significant way? That's probably around the middle of next year, second half of next year.
14.2.
And then once it does start to move the financial needle in a significant way, it will really go exponential from there. So I'd encourage people to look beyond be an
investor.
Some sort of bumps and potholes of the road immediately ahead of us, but lift your gaze to the bright, shining, citadel on a hill. I don't know, some Reagan-esque imagery, and that's where we're headed, and not too distant future, like I said, end of next year type thing. So, let's see.
Hello.
With respect to
14.5 grand. We're up on the week.
Something that Tesla has been working on for several years is to localize supply chains. This actually makes sense from
XRP
a cost standpoint, from a logistics risk standpoint. Is to have the supply chains be at least located on the continent in which the car is built. And so we are, I think, the least affected car company with respect to tariffs, at least in most respects. I mean, it remains to be seen. Now tariffs are still, tough on a company when margins are still low. But we do have localized supply chains in North America, Europe, and China. So that puts us in a stronger position than any of our competitors. And undoubtedly, I'm going to get a lot of questions about tariffs. And I just want to emphasize that the tariff decision is entirely up to the President of the United States. I will weigh in with my advice with the President, which he will listen to my advice, but then it's up to him, of course, to make his decision. I've been on the record many times as saying that I believe lower tariffs are generally a good idea for prosperity. But this decision is fundamentally up to the elected representative of the people, being the President of the United States. So, I'll continue to advocate for lower tariffs rather than higher tariffs, but that's all I can do. So, now let me walk you through why I'm so excited about the future of Tesla. So, first of all, autonomy. The team and I are laser focused on bringing Robotaxi to Austin in June. Unsupervised autonomy will first be solved for the Model Y in Austin, and then actually we should parse out the terms robotic taxi or robotaxi and just generally like what's the cybercab, because we've got a product called the cybercab, and then if any Tesla, which could be an S3, X, or Y that is autonomous, is a robotic taxi or robotaxi. It's very confusing. So the vast majority of the Tesla fleet that we've made is capable of being a robotaxi or robotic taxi. And as we're going from, once we can make the system work where you can have paid rides fully autonomously with no one in the car in one city, that is a very scalable thing for us to go broadly within whatever jurisdiction allows us to operate. So because what we're solving for is a general solution to autonomy, not a city-specific solution for autonomy, once we make it work in a few cities, we can basically make it work in all cities in that legal jurisdiction. So once we can make it basically work in a few cities in America, we can make it work anywhere in America. Once we can make it work in a few cities in China, it can work anywhere in China, likewise in Europe, limited only by regulatory approvals. So this is the advantage of having a generalized solution using artificial intelligence and an AI chip that Tesla designed specifically for this purpose, as opposed to very expensive sensors and high precision maps of a particular neighborhood where that neighborhood may change or often changes, and then the cost stops working. So we have a general solution instead of a specific solution.
Yasin donated $4.99 through a super chat.
Optimus,
what do you think of the stock rating? Mercedes-Benz, WPE of 6 and div equals 6.8%.
Thousands of Optimus robots working in Tesla factories by the end of this year, doing useful work. And we expect to scale Optimus up faster than any product, I think, in history, to get to millions of units per year as soon as possible. I think feel confident in getting to 1 million units per year in less than 5 years, maybe 4 years. So by 2030, I feel confident in predicting 1 million Optimus units per year. It might be 2029. So let's see, with respect to energy, our energy business is doing very well. The mega pack is enables utility companies to output far more total energy than would otherwise be the case. When you think of the energy capability of a grid, it's much more than say total energy output per year. If the power plants could operate at peak power for all 24 hours, as opposed to being at half power or sometimes a quarter power at night, then you could double the energy output of existing power plants. But in order to do that, you need to buffer the energy so that you can charge up something like battery pack at night and then discharge into the grid during the day. So this is a massive unlock on total energy output of any given grid over the course of a year. And utility companies are beginning to realize this and are buying in our mega packs at scale. So at this point, a gigawatt class battery is quite a common thing. So we have many orders in the hopper for gigawatt and beyond batteries. And we expect the stationary energy storage business to scale ultimately to terawatts per year. So very, very big numbers. Now, Q1, first quarters of a year are usually pretty tricky because it's usually the worst quarter of the year because people don't want to go buy a car in the middle of winter during a blizzard. So, so we picked Q1 as like a good quarter to do a cutover to the new version of the Model Y, and we changed production of the world's best-selling cars. Worth remembering, the Model Y is the best-selling car of any kind on Earth, with a 1.1 billion unit per year output of a single model. And we did this changeover at the same time in factories all across the world. So congratulations to the Tesla team on an amazing job in pulling off what is a very difficult transition. So yeah, it's really, that was very impressive work. So yeah. In conclusion, while there are many near-term headwinds for us and the broader industry, the future for Tesla is brighter than ever. The value of the company is delivering sustainable abundance with our affordable AI-powered robots. So I like this phrase, sustainable abundance for all. If you say, like, what's the ideal future that you can imagine? That's what you'd want. You'd want abundance for all in a way that's sustainable. It's good for the environment. Basically, this is the happy future. If you say, well, what's the happiest future you can imagine? One that would be a future where there's sustainable abundance for all. Closest thing to heaven we can get on Earth, basically. So thank you again to the Tesla team for all their efforts at this challenging time. I look forward to continuing to lead the team to great success in the future.
Great. Thank you very much, Elon. Before we move on, Vaibhav has some opening remarks as well.
Thanks, Elon. As Elon mentioned, in Q1, we achieved something which has never been undertaken in the automotive industry of updating all our factories for the best-selling car in the world all at the same time. And this people don't understand, this was not a small feat. We're not aware of anybody else being able to do the best-selling car all at once within a quarter, and that too hitting all the timelines which we had established at the beginning. So big kudos to the team for making this happen. Additionally, we also hit a record gross profit for energy storage business in the quarter. Now, getting back into the business, there's been a lot of speculation as to the reasons for decline of our vehicle deliveries in the first quarter. We had previously guided that we will be updating all factories, and this would lead to several weeks of lost production, which did happen as planned. The ripple effect of the change is not having enough new Model Y available in most markets for people to see and experience till the last few weeks of the quarter. Additionally, the negative impact of vandalism and unwarranted hostility towards our brand and our people had an impact in certain markets. Despite this, we were able to sell out legacy Model Y in US, China, and a few other markets within the quarter. And again, just so people understand, we were producing the legacy Model Y till middle to end of February. And we switched over and we were able to still sell out within that period. So again, big achievement by all the people at Tesla to make it happen. We have a very extremely competitive vehicle lineup, which with most vehicles going through a recent update. And add to that, advances in FSD, you have a personal chauffeur which can take you almost anywhere under supervision. There are numerous stories shared by customers ranging from how it has improved their daily commute, to providing mobility to customers with disabilities, to giving older customers the ability to travel comfortably and independently. Not only is FSD supervised safer than a human driver, but it is also improving the lives of individuals who experience it. And again, this is something you have to experience, and anybody who has experienced just knows it. And we've been doing a lot lately to try and get those stories out, at least on X, so that people can see how other people have benefited from this. Now, coming into some of the financial stuff, auto margins declined sequentially, primarily due to the reduction in the total number of deliveries, lower fixed cost absorption due to factory changeovers, and lower regulatory credit revenues, offset by a slight increase in pricing due to the launch of new Model Y, despite incentives which we had to sell legacy Model Y. Our energy storage business, like I said before, has achieved yet another milestone of great highest gross profit in the quarter. This was despite sequential decline in deployments. The importance of this business, as Elon mentioned, is pretty profound, especially in this environment, because if in order for grid to work properly with the demands from AI and all this, you need some more stability. And this is by far the simplest and best solution which we are aware of, which can help do this. And we've also developed certain unique solutions to help our customers to achieve this. Additionally, on the Powerwall side, we've been selling the new Powerwall 3, and it's been received with very good reception from customers, and to the extent that we are currently supply constrained. On services and other margins, they were slightly down sequentially, primarily because of the pressure on our used car business and insurance business. Note that we continued our journey to improve profitability in our services and collision business through better labor productivity. As previously discussed, our operating expenses continue to increase sequentially, primarily due to our AI-related initiatives, including Optimus, and also cost of development for vehicle programs, including Cybercab, Semi, and cheaper models. These expenses flow through R&D. We believe even in the current environment, it is the right strategy to keep making investments in these areas to position us for the long term. These increases were offset by decreases in SG&A from changes in our vehicle referral program. Other income reduced significantly on a sequential basis. The primary reason was Bitcoin mark-to-market loss in Q1 versus gain in Q4, resulting in a $472 million drop. The remainder of the change is because of FX remeasurement. With the adoption of the new mark-to-market standard for Bitcoin, we expect increased volatility in other income in addition to the FX volatility. I know tariffs is the hottest topic which people talk about, and it has various impacts to our business. As Elon mentioned, on the vehicle business, we've been on this journey of regionalization for years. Specifically in the US, Model Y has been rated the most American model made car on Cars.com Made in America Index 3 years in a row. This in part is of all the work which the team has been doing over the years. And to the extent that today, if you look at our vehicle lineup in US, we're about approximately on a weighted average basis, 85% USMCA compliant. So like Elon said, this definitely gives us a bigger edge as compared to our other OEMs in terms of managing the tariffs, but we're not immune because when the Section 232 auto tariffs become effective in May, which includes Canada and Mexico, and Canada and Mexico has been part of our regionalization strategy, they will have an impact on profitability. And I know research modeling on this impact has been about a couple of thousand, which is pretty much in line with what we've been forecasting. The impact of tariffs on the energy business will be outsized since we source LFP battery cells from China. We're in the process of commissioning equipment for the local manufacturing of LFP battery cells in the US. However, the equipment which we have can only service a fraction of our total installed capacity at Lathrop. We've also been working on securing additional supply chain from non-China based suppliers, but it will take time. Also note that, irrespective of all the impact on US from tariffs on the energy business, we do have Megafactory China, which just started operations in Q1, and that should take care of our business outside of US. There's also an important impact of tariffs on our capital investments. I know this is going to sound counterintuitive since in order to onshore manufacturing or expand lines, we have to bring equipment from outside the US because there is not that much capacity in the US. And the current trade environment, such equipment being brought in is subject to
the expensive to bring it in from China right now.
Exactly. and the reality is that China has the basic one which has the most capacity to provide this equipment. Our capex guidance, inclusive of model tariffs, even with the optimization we have tried to do, it is forecasted to be still in excess of $10 billion this year. And we're still evaluating what more to do on this thing. To summarize, we have near-term challenges in our business due to tariffs and brand image. We think our strategy of providing the best product at a competitive price is going to be a winner, and this is the reason we're still focused on bringing cheaper models to market soon. The start of production is still planned for June. Additionally, the advancement in FSD-related features, including pilot robotaxi launch in Austin later this year, should help create a new era of demand. I would like to thank everyone at Tesla and our customers.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Vaibhav. Now we will move on to investor questions. We will start with questions from say.com. First question is, what are the highest risk items on the critical path to robotaxi launch and scaling?
It is Ashok.
Yeah, we've got Ashok on.
Sure. Well, just to make, clarify the disambiguate the cyber cab from Robo taxi once again. When will the Teslas, because the Teslas that will be fully autonomous in June in Austin will be Model Ys. So that is that's currently on track to be able to do paid rides fully autonomously in Austin in June, and then to be in many other cities in the U.S. by the end of this year. It's very difficult. It's difficult to predict the exact ramp, sort of week by week, month by month, except that it will ramp up very quickly. So it's going to be like basically an S curve where it's very difficult to predict the intermediate slope of the S curve, but you kind of know where the S curve is going to end up, which is the vast majority of the Tesla fleet being autonomous. So that's why I feel confident in predicting large-scale autonomy around the middle of next year. But, certainly the second half of next year. Meaning, I predict that there will be millions of Teslas operating autonomously, fully autonomously, in the second half of next year. It does seem increasingly likely that there will be a localized parameter set where sort of like that the especially for places that have, say, very snowy weather, like say if you're in the Northeast or something, like there's, you can think of it, it's kind of like a human. Like, if you could be a very good driver in California, but are you going to be also a good driver in a blizzard in Manhattan? You're not going to be as good. So there is actually some value in, you can still drive, but your probability of an accident is higher. So it's increasingly obvious that there's some value to having a localized set of parameters for different regions and localities. But this is I put that in the nice to have category. It's not the required category. Again, really the car is just very much like a human. It's digital neural nets and cameras, and humans operate with biological neural nets and eyes. And so the same strengths and weaknesses will be present for a digital neural net and cameras versus a biological neural net and eyes. Ashok, if you'd like to elaborate on that.
Yeah, and speaking to the location-specific models, we still have a generalized approach, and you can see that from deployment of FSD supervised in China, where with this very minimal data that's like China-specific, the models generalize quite well to completely different driving styles. That just like shows that the AI-based solution that we have is the right one, because if you had gone down the previous rule-based solutions or like more hard-coded HD map-based solutions, it would have taken like many years to get China to work. You can see those in the videos that people post online themselves. So the generalized solution that we are pursuing is the right one that's going to scale well. And you can think of this like location-specific parameters that Elon alluded to as like a mixture of experts. And if you're sort of like familiar with the AI models like Grok and others, they all use this mixture of experts to sort of like specialize the parameters to specific tasks while still being general. This makes the model use limited amount of compute to solve for the diversity of tasks that it has to solve. In terms of addressing the question that asks for, what are the critical things that we need to get right, one thing I would like to note is validation. Self-driving is a long tail problem where there can be a lot of edge cases that only happen very rarely. Currently, we are driving around in Austin using our QA fleet, but then it's like super rare to get interventions that are critical for robotaxi operation.
You can't sleep, mate.
So you
You snooze, you lose.
without getting a single intervention. So you can't easily know whether
even
you're
Alex has brushed his
or
hair. He's ready.
In your
He's
capacity.
ready.
And we need to build out
Always ready.
simulations,
like a spider,
including neural network-based
always ready.
That's all happening in the background to make sure that we deliver a safe product, and we are able to measure our safety, even though we can't just like see it by driving around the block or something like that.
In very basic terms, if we're seeing an accident every 10,000 miles, well, then you have to drive 10,000 miles on average before you get an accident or an intervention. So it's like, okay. Now imagine, I mean, we must be really, people must be very worked out by the sheer number of Teslas doing circuits in Austin right now. We're like, well, it's going to look pretty bizarre.
Yeah. Some people are chasing us away.
Yeah. There's just always a convoy of Teslas going just going all over to Austin in circles. But yeah, as I just can't emphasize this enough. In order to figure out these long tail things, if it's 1 in 10,000, let's say it's 1 in 20,000 miles or 1 in 30, then now the average person drives 10,000 miles in a year. So now try to compress that test cycle into a matter of a few months. It means you need a lot of cars doing a lot of driving in order to compress that, or just do in a matter of a month what would normally take someone a year.
Yeah, and exactly. I would just also add that if you haven't looked at those videos coming out of China, people are
those videos are amazing.
Yeah, they're putting it to real test. I mean, they're dirt roads.
Frankly, I think the Chinese consumer might be the most demanding consumer, and I actually, our customers in China are awesome. They have a lot of fun with the cars. I saw one guy take a Tesla on autonomous on a narrow dirt road.
Yes.
Across like a mountain, and I'm like, still a very brave person. And the Tesla's driving along on a road with no barriers, where if he makes a mistake, he's going to plunge to his doom. But it worked.
Great, thank you.
And if the question was on CyberCab itself, we're in B sample validation now.
Yeah, we should ask that question too.
Yeah, we have our first big builds coming at the end of this quarter, within Q2, and then in the coming months they start to large scale installation of all the equipment in Giga Texas, with still on schedule for production next year.
Yeah, and I just want to also clarify, because I think people don't understand. They think that there is no new building being built, and where is CyberCab going to?
Oh, it's in the Giga.
It's within the same factory.
Yeah.
It's happening and people don't know it's just happening upstairs and all along the lines, while we're still building the Model Ys and Cybertrucks every day.
Yeah, it's worth noting that the Tesla Gigafactory in Austin is 3 times the size of the Pentagon,
including the garden.
Yeah, including the Ground Zero garden. So go visit the Pentagon. I'm like, this building used to look big, but anymore.
Great. Thank you very much. The next question is, when will FSD unsupervised be available for personal use on personally owned cars?
Before the end of this year. Not necessarily within the US, we do want to test, we're at Tesla, we're absolutely hardcore about safety. We go to great lengths to make the safest car in the world and have the lowest accidents per mile, and fewest lives lost. So we want to be very careful. We want autonomy to be definitively safer than manual driving. So it's not enough that it just be as safe. It needs to be meaningfully safer than if the car is manually driven. So, and we want to confirm that there's not something. We just want to be cautious with the rollout. We don't want to jump in at the deep end with an army. So, but that said, I think we should be able to have it work in several cities later this year for personal use. The acid test being you should be able to can you go to sleep in your car and wake up at your destination. And I'm confident that will be available in many cities in the US by the end of this year.
Great, thank you very much. The next question is Tesla still on track for releasing more affordable models this year? Or will you be focusing on simplified versions to enhance affordability, similar to the rear-wheel drive Cybertruck?
Yeah, we're still planning to release models this year. As with all launches, we're working through like the last-minute issues that pop up. We're knocking them down one by one. At this point, I would say that ramp might be a little slower than we had hoped initially, but there's nothing, just kind of given that turmoil that exists in the industry right now. But there's nothing that's blocking us from starting production within the timeline we laid out in the opening remarks. And I will say it's important to emphasize that, as we've said all along, the full utilization of our factories is the primary goal for these new products. And so flexibility of what we can do within the form factor and the design of it is really limited to what we can do on our existing lines rather than building new ones. But we've been targeting the low cost of ownership. Monthly payment is the biggest differentiator for our vehicles. And that's why we're focused on bringing these new models with the lowest price to the market within the constraints I just highlighted.
Great. Thank you very much. The next question is, does Tesla see Robotaxi as a winner-take-most market? And as you approach the Austin launch, how do you expect to compare against Waymo's offering, especially regarding pricing, geofencing, and regulatory flexibility?
Well, okay. The issue with Waymo's cars is they cost way more money. Room shot. What a fun. But that is the issue. The cars are very expensive, made in low volume. Teslas are, I don't know, probably cost a quarter or 20% of what a Waymo costs, and made in very high volume. Ironically, we're the ones that made the bet that a pure AI solution with cameras and audio, the car actually will listen for sirens and that kind of thing, is the right move. And Waymo decided that an expensive sensor suite was the way to go, even though Google's very good at AI. It's ironic. And it is worth noting that Tesla's built an incredible AI software team and AI hardware chip design team from scratch, from nothing. We didn't acquire anyone. We just built it. So, it's really. I don't see anyone being able to compete with Tesla at present. I'm sure that'll change eventually. But at least as far as I'm aware, Tesla will have, 99% market share or something ridiculous. That 90-something%. At least, I don't know. At least something might change, but if we have millions of cars deployed next year, and unless others have millions of cars deployed, we'll have, unless we're blocked by regulatory situations, it won't be long. In a few years, we'll have 10 million autonomous cars on the roads, and counting.
The other thing which people forget is we're not just developing the software solution, we are also manufacturing the cars.
Yeah.
And what Waymo has, they're taking cars and then trying to put
Waymo money.
We don't do that. So that definitely gives us a big leg up. And like Elon said, we already have a big existing fleet, which hopefully with the software update could become autonomous.
With the software update, it will become autonomous. To be clear, the Model Y.
Here we go again.
being autonomous in Austin in June are the Model Ys we make.
How much money is it legal to make in one night?
People don't appreciate that the car which they can buy today,
The car that they have.
or the car they have,
It's better than being a drug dealer, really.
Yeah.
these kind of things.
In fact, it does drive autonomously from the factory to the end of line, every car.
And I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
but
Nowadays.
decided not to bother. This is better.
Model Ys, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. We have, it is being put to use, it's doing useful work fully autonomously at the factories, as Ashok was mentioning. The cars drive themselves from end of line to where they're supposed to be picked up by a truck to be taken to a customer. And I'm confident also that
There's one for you, Saab.
later this year, the first Model Y will drive itself all the way to the customer. So from a factory in Austin and our one here in Fremont, California, I'm confident that from both factories, we'll be able to drive directly to a customer from the factory.
Cool delivery.
Yeah. Literally goes from the end of line and drives themselves to your house.
It's important to note in the factories, we don't have dedicated lanes or anything. People are coming in and out every day, trucks delivering supplies, parts, construction,
and people can film it. By the way, you can see this from the road. It's not covered.
Exactly.
And there's videos, people take videos online, and anyone who wants to go see it can just drive past our Fremont factory and see the autonomous cars driving themselves. And they drive themselves and they put themselves in the exact right spot to be picked up.
Yeah, the logistics yard is right there in the open.
Yeah.
We don't move it again to another lane.
But they go to a specific parking spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just a routine, everyday thing now.
Great, thank you very much. The next question is, can you please provide an update on the Unboxed method and how that is progressing?
Sure. It's progressing, absolutely. As I mentioned just a minute ago, it is the basis for our CyberCab manufacturing process. It's really what we changed in order to allow the low cost of production and also get the super high levels of automation. Really levels of automation that are sort of unheard of in the vehicle manufacturing scale. This is not something that when you see it be produced, you'll think of in terms of wow, that's how a car has been built for 100 years. It's really something we've changed. In the past year, we've been focusing on a lot of key development areas, like marrying these large sub-assemblies together in a precise way, in an accurate way. We've also de-risked things like corrosion of uncoated aluminum structures, the sealing across the seams of the vehicle, and when you marry assemble components. And we've even done early crash testing and proven that it's going to be just as safe as every other car we built. And so with all that combined, we kind of go into the builds that we have at the end of this quarter for the CyberCab product, and that's the next real big test of full scale, integration of the Unboxed process. And that's kind of where we are. So you'll see them in test and on the test roads in a couple of months.
Yeah. And although the line won't be obviously at this rate
initially,
this is a revolutionary production system. I'm not sure what the right word is. Unboxing sounds like something like when you get your phone.
You open it up.
Yeah. You have a pleasant experience when you take your phone out of the box. But which of course is nice, but this is much more revolutionary than that. This is a profound reimagining of how to make cars in the first place. No car is made like this anywhere in the world. The factory is the product as much as the car is the product. So it's really just a first principles approach to manufacturing that will ultimately allow us, I think, I'm confident ultimately it'll allow us to achieve a cycle time, meaning a unit every 5 seconds or less, off a single line.
And we want to incorporate some of these for testing it into our existing production lines as well for those with the line Cybertruck already.
So this is something I've been thinking about for a long time, and I've sort of been thinking about this for a long time, and it's kind of it's not a crazy thing. Like a car every 5 seconds may sound like it's coming out like bullets, but actually it's coming out at walking speed.
It's like a meter a second.
A meter a second. So This is like we're still far away from caring about the aerodynamic drag of the manufacturing line. Because you're still at 3 miles an hour type of thing. Every 5 seconds sounds crazy, but it's 3 miles an hour. That's what we're talking about. You can run away from it basically. But that's still by far the fastest line on Earth. And it's like half order magnitude. Like I don't know. What's like the best single line on Earth? It's like about
Shanghai phase 2.
And that's us?
33 seconds.
Yes. And we're the fastest, right?
I would think so.
We think we're the fastest at 33 seconds in our Shanghai factory, but this would be 6 times faster or 7 times faster thereabouts. So it'll be slower than that at first, but the point is that like when you fully optimize the design and operation of the next generation factory that we're building right now, a 5-second cycle time or less is the design is capable of it. So if you like when you go through like a radical new architecture, you go from like being like an A. I mean, I'd say like probably Shanghai in particular is an A+ on a moderately, an advanced but still traditional car production system. Sort of, they're really doing about as good as possible to do within a conventional scenario. So trying to get much below, sort of below like 30 seconds, extremely difficult. But if not, and you start getting into sort of impossible, where you have to be faster than a human could possibly move. So then the autonomous line, it really just needs to be robots moving really fast, and that's where you get to sub 5 seconds. But we'll start off with getting a C in. Instead of an A, getting a C in a new architecture, but then the potential is there over time to move that up to an A+ within an A+ architecture.
Great, thank you very much. The next question is, how is Tesla positioning itself to flexibly adapt to global economic risks in the form of tariffs, political biases, etc.?
As Elon said, we've been supply chain team been at it for a while. We continue to mitigate global economic risks like tariffs and political biases by regionalizing part supply near its factories in North America, Berlin, and Shanghai. For example, in North America, our high-volume vehicle programs have over 85% North America content, and Shanghai vehicles have over 95% local content. Berlin has similar levels of regionalization as North America.
Thank you to all my moderators, doing a good job as always. Appreciate you.
Well. This is a pre-pandemic strategy that we accelerated post-pandemic through supply diversification, dual sourcing, vertical integration, advanced analytics, and local partnerships to ensure supply chain resilience and production stability. Having said that, we are not 100% insulated, and these tariff risks are higher on our low volume platforms than the high volume ones.
Yeah. In fact, there's no more vertically integrated car company than Tesla. I mean, we're the most vertically integrated car company since, Henry Ford back in the day when they were doing mining iron and stuff, and growing rubber trees. So, we're not growing rubber trees and mining iron yet, but we have built a lithium refinery in South Texas, and it's the biggest lithium refinery outside of China, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Once it's started.
Yeah, but its output potential would be the biggest lithium refinery outside.
Yeah, and we've got space to expand it if we need to build more.
Right. So, and then we've got the cathode refinery in Austin next to the Gigafactory. Right. We've got to figure out what to do about the anode. That's an ongoing subject of discussion. The best of all possible worlds would be figuring out how to have no anode. Best part being no part. That's the dream of
big XRP event coming up straight after this.
not have an anode.
Earnings, stand
either
by
way,
for that. It's going to be a
better
big
have the
promotional
anode, the
night
cathode,
tonight.
and the lithium and the electrolytes and the separator to make a cell. But there's no other car company that is building lithium refineries and cathode refineries. We're ridiculously vertically integrated, and thus our best position to protect against supply chain disruptions.
Yeah.
Martyn, you want to talk about the progress in the front?
Yeah, certainly for our in-house cells, we've multi-sourced every component. We have every part coming from at least 2 different countries of origin, which is we started this. The supply chain team and the engineering team worked together on this for the last couple of years to put that together. It's not something we did in a couple of months. This is years of work. So we're in a good position.
I hope Songs for Spade is okay. He was short in the stock tonight.
The insourcing of
imagine that. Imagine short in that.
They're the 2 most critical parts of the battery. That's right in our backyard, and we're totally insulated from
oil. It needs to be in operation.
It needs to be in operation. That's the right way.
We also make our own cells, by the way. So right. Cell production. If you look, there's this. You make the anode, the cathode, the lithium, the electrolyte separator, the can, and then you got to put all that together in the cell factory. And there are entire companies that all they do is produce cells, but they don't do the other stuff. They don't refine lithium or the cathode or, So our cell production is going quite well, and I think we're currently sort of the lowest cost per kilowatt hour.
Yeah, in US. For all the cells we purchase in North America.
Yeah, so it's
lowest cost to us.
Yeah, so we have the lowest cost per kilowatt hour, all things considered. So the Tesla cell is the most competitive cell. For a kilowatt hour put into a car, if it's a Tesla cell, it's lower cost than if it's a supplier cell.
Yeah, and the plan this year is to really build off that base. Getting to lowest cost is it's the hardest challenge for cell manufacturing. It's relatively easy to build a flashy product that does one thing well. To build something at high volume and low cost, it's super difficult, and we're kind of using that as a base to then build off and add performance in different areas for new products coming out.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, to Elon's point, there's a lot of advantages for regionalization. The most important thing is we're not tying up working capital for 6 to 8 weeks on the ocean. If there's a design change, then everything that's in transit basically has to be scrapped. Secondly, port disruptions, as we saw during COVID, can be very expensive because slight disconnects can shut down production. So then your only option is costly air expedite. It also gives us resilience in supply chain. If one region is down, we can bridge with others. It's more work to set up in the beginning, but it's critical to have when the need arises. Having said that, it's unrealistic to assume 100% regionalization across the board for specialized areas such as semiconductors. In such cases, our team works very closely with our partners to ensure we have strategic banks in place and a disruption doesn't impact production while we stand up the regional manufacturing for that particular commodity.
And I'll say, like on the rest of the vehicle, like Elon was talking about with cells, we're also heavily vertically integrated. We import ingots, and turn them into castings. We recycle those in melt centers. The same thing with plastics, but it doesn't mean we're not exposed. We do have some areas where we use rare earth magnets. And we've been working for years to find alternative sources and bring those up, as well as we have our induction machines. And as we've mentioned in the past, we're working on our ferrite numbers for some time. So, like, as Karn said, with our heavy regionalization percentages, we're definitely like the lowest, exposed to this, but we're not completely immune, as Bob mentioned in his opening remarks.
Great. Similarly related, on the battery side, does Tesla still have a battery supply constraint, as noted on the Q4 call, and does that change with tariffs?
So this is Karn. We've been working very hard to expand battery cell production in the U.S., both with vendors and what Bonnie mentioned earlier with the 4680 program. And we're also working on moving the upstream supply chain for battery cells to the United States for several years. And that strategy is really starting to pay off now. As it stands right now, we're not constrained on battery cell supply for vehicles. The recent tariffs do pose some challenges to Tesla Energy, like our CFO mentioned earlier, but it's something we've been anticipating and we should be able to resolve in a timely fashion. We actually have a plan in place and we're executing towards it. We also have some other sources coming online to supplement the shortfall. And then, of course, we have the LFP production that's happening in-house. We have a slight disconnect of aligning the right cells with the right packs. So that's the little bit of puzzle that we have to solve internally. But as far as cells go, there's no shortage.
Great. Thank you very much. The next question is, did Tesla experience any meaningful changes in order inflow rate in Q1 relating to all of the rumors of brand damage?
Got a big XRP event coming up at the
Q1,
end.
as mentioned earlier,
Please tap the like and consider subscribing. Thank you.
And ramped up all 4 of our global factories. And in less than 8 weeks, we've already gone to the rate of our previous Model Ys in the factories. So just kudos again to the team for the great job there. And despite the economic strain and negative articles that in California in Q1, Tesla remained the best-selling car, not just EV. And additionally, we had a record number of test drives globally in Q1 as well. So interest remains high. And so right now we continue to see, good interest still in the vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla's not immune to sort of the macro demand for cars.
Yes.
You know, so when there is economic uncertainty, people generally want to pause on buying, doing a major capital purchase like a car. But as far as absent macro issues, we don't see any reduction in demand.
Correct. And that's where we continue to focus on affordability, and it's a fundamental focus there.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, guys. The next question is regarding the Tesla Optimus pilot line. Could you confirm if it is currently operational? If so, what is the current production rate of Optimus bots per week? Additionally, how might the recent tariffs impact the scalability of this production line moving forward?
No, Optimus. I just want to emphasize, Optimus is still very much a development program. It's not a large volume production. That's why, this year, we'll make a few. We do expect to make thousands of Optimus robots, but most of that production is going to be at the end of the year. So almost everything in Optimus is new. There's not like an existing supply chain for the motors, gearboxes, electronics, actuators, really anything in the almost anything in the Optimus, apart from the AI for Tesla, the Tesla AI computer, which is the same as the one in the car. So when you have a new complex manufactured product, it'll move as fast as the slowest and least lucky component in the entire thing. And as a first order approximation, there's like 10,000 unique things. So that's why anyone who tells you they can predict with precision the production ramp of a truly new product doesn't know what they're talking about. It is literally impossible. So you go through this like series of constraints where it's like this part's the limiting factor, now that part's the limiting factor, now this part's the limiting factor, and multiply that by 1,000 basically. And then the rate of the production ramp is decided by how quickly you can solve each of those problems. Optimus was affected, by the magnet issue from China, because the Optimus actuators in the ARM do use permanent magnets. Now, Tesla as a whole does not need to use permanent magnets, but when something is volume constrained, like an ARM of the robot, then you want to try to make the motors as small as possible. And then, so we did design in permanent magnets for those motors, and those were affected by the supply chain, by basically China requiring an export license to send out any rare earth magnets. So we're working through that with China. Hopefully we'll get a license to use the rare earth magnets. China wants some assurances that these are not used for military purposes, which obviously they're not. They're just going into a humanoid robot. So it's not a weapon system. But that is an example of a challenge there. But I'm confident we'll overcome these issues, and we'll, by the end of this year, have thousands of Optimus robots.
Great. Thank you very much. And the last question we already covered earlier, whether Robotaxi was still on track for this year. So with that, we can move on to analyst questions. The first question is going to come from Pierre at New Street. Pierre, please unmute yourself.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's great. So I'm super excited to hear Robotaxi and Optimus becoming the very tangible future for Tesla. But I have actually a question on the legacy, not the legacy, but the current auto business. And when I look back at the ramp of Model 3 a few years ago, I really saw it as being the iPhone of cars, a new product, completely reinvented, very different user experience, vastly superior, impossible to match for traditional competitors. And for the iPhone, it resulted in the high end of the smartphone market quadrupling in size, and actually Apple taking 60% market share. And so when you look at the Model 3 and the Model Y today, I think they are still really vastly superior to any other cars. And I wonder why they've taken about 15% of their addressable market and not more, actually. So another way to put it is, why are there so many people still buying BMWs and Mercedes, knowing that the Model 3 and the Model Ys are out there and available? And I wonder if you're trying to solve that riddle internally, if you understand why, what are these auto buyers who are not buying a Model 3 or a Model Y missing? And if you have ideas of things you could do to address that, maybe there is enormous value left on the table there. That's what I'm wondering these days.
Yeah, the reality is that in the future, most people are not going to buy cars. So it's kind of what one could sort of say. Look, if you think you want to continue with your phone metaphor, you can remember the days of the flip phones when there was 100 different flip phone designs, and I would the mistake that manufacturers made was to try to make many different variants of a flip phone, which was a mistake. They should have made the iPhone. Because obviously everyone's going to want a smartphone. But in the beginning of when the iPhone came out, I was like, wow, I can't believe these guys are not reacting as though this is death. But they didn't. They kept making variants of flip phones. Nokia, I think at one point was the most valuable company in the world, or close to it. But they kept making flip phones. Trying to find another market niche. Maybe somebody wants a phone of a different style, maybe this different color or whatever it is. Nope, they just want a super intelligent phone that can do everything. Just one. So,
Reading Saab.
Saab.
You know what I'm laughing at.
In the future, in the not too distant future,
cheeky sod.
Buying a gasoline car that is not autonomous
pays the bills, mate.
Like
pays the bills.
Riding a horse.
Say what you like. This YouTube
Some
malarkey.
people still do it, but it's rare.
Great.
When we're sat on the beach on the 60, how did you get your pension?
From Emmanuel Rosner.
Sat in the dark, playing video games.
Yeah. Emmanuel, please unmute yourself.
Great. Thanks for taking my question. So, Elon, the public version of the FSD software still has a decent amount of, intermittent human interventions that are required. So what's still required for the software on your end to get to a level where it doesn't need to be supervised? And I'm asking that in the context of obviously the June launch being in the next couple of months. What still needs to happen?
And we are working on a number of items to improve the robustness. Yeah. We are aware of the interventions that are happening in the public bills, and that's why we are hardcore burning it down. And really just picking some initial launch city helps us focus on solving all the issues that you'd face here. For example, is focusing on Austin, we're not solving all the issues that customers in Boston or somewhere else might face. And then here we just have a big list of all the issues, just burn it down, and that's what the team is working on, along with other redundancy issues. For example, if one of the computers goes down right now in the customer fleet, it would throw the red hands and ask you to take over, but we don't want that kind of situation. So you're solving both the reliability issues of the autonomy software and also the reliability issues of the system software together for Austin.
Yeah, we just worked through a long tail of unusual interventions. And these are really very rare. Like as I was saying earlier, you have intervention every 10,000 miles. I mean, that's a lot of driving you got to do to even find one case where that happens.
Yeah, and some interventions are happening due to systematic missing functionality. For example, for handling emergency vehicles correctly, you don't need to consume audio as an input. But then the customer-facing versions don't have audio input, but the version that's going to be in Austin will have audio input and so on.
Okay, but would you have remote operators, for example?
I mean, every now and then, if a car gets stuck or something, someone will unblock it. But it's just because we are a bit conservative and tend towards more safety than even if we get stuck every now and then. We do have remote support, but it's not going to be required for safe operation. If anything, it's just required for more availability.
Anyway, it's only a couple months away, so you can just see it for yourself in a couple months in Austin.
Great.
Leah's badge turned to 1 month because I'm paying for it. She ain't bloody paying for it. I'm bloody paying for it. On my Robinhood Gold card, getting 3% back. So I'm not even giving her that much
for the
as she thinks she is.
So I want to ask
She's getting
about
97%. The rest of it, I get back.
Supply chain
I ain't that nice.
going forward. You mentioned, very
She wouldn't even pay it. I'm not paying to be a member of your channel.
What do you envision that supply chain looking like?
To do it.
Is it going to require many more suppliers to be in the U.S.
Even my
now
wife doesn't
because of the
support me.
tariffs?
Look at
that. How does one kind of think about what needs to happen there?
Sorry, Leah.
We have to see how things settle out. I don't know yet. Right. I mean, so some things we're doing, as we already talked about, which is that we've already taken tremendous steps to localize our supply chain. I think we're more localized than any other manufacturer, and we have a lot of things underway that to increase the localization to reduce supply chain risk associated with geopolitical uncertainty.
Did you have a follow-up? Yeah. Wanted to come back actually to the robotaxi then. Do you have a sense on how many cars or how big the scale will be initially and how that might ramp up? I know you're targeting millions of vehicles in the second half kind of next year. But initially at launch, how many vehicles would be reasonable? And is it going to be as simple as if one goes to Austin, let's say in late June or July, you'll be able to request?
Yeah. We're still debating the exact number to start off on day one, but it's I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 vehicles on day one. Watch it carefully, then scale it up rapidly after that. We want to make sure that we're paying very close attention the first time this happens. But yeah, you'll be able to end of June or July, just go to Austin and order a Tesla autonomous drive.
Great. The next question comes from George at Canaccord.
Hi, thank you for taking my question. It has to do with FSD pricing. Could we envision when you launch unsupervised FSD that there could be sort of a multi-tiered pricing approach to unsupervised versus supervised, similar to what you did with autopilot versus FSD in the past? Thank you.
I mean, this is something which we've been thinking about. I mean, just so you know, for people who have been trying FSD and who've been using FSD, they think even the current pricing is too cheap because for $99, you're basically getting a personal show.
Yeah, I mean, we do need to give people more time to like, if they want to look at. Like,
hey, Leah, MSK just told me off.
Can you read your text messages or not?
Yes.
Can you write a text message or not? Because obviously people are doing this, by the way, with unautonomous cars all the time. And if you just go for a drive down the highway and you'll see people texting.
Doesn't always get my British humour.
You know, doing 80 miles an hour.
Doesn't always.
Yeah.
After 8 years, you think she would, but not always.
Doing their hair with the mirror down and texting.
I'm only
and
joking,
driving at 80
babe.
miles an hour. This is a common occurrence. So people eating lunch, you name it, shaving, anyway, but right now the car is very insistent that you pay attention to the road, which reduces the value somewhat because it's very rigorous about you paying attention to the road. And we'll
the XRP special event is straight after this. There are two very short 5-minute special promotion videos coming up the moment this finishes.
So you can be more and more able to do things you want to do and not have the car demand your rigid attention. So that value, it'll really be profound when you can basically do whatever you want. Including sleep, and then that $99 is going to seem like the best $99 you've ever spent in your life.
Great. And George, did you have a follow-up?
My follow-up is about geographic expansion. Just maybe discuss additional markets. There's been some news around India recently that you could launch this year and next. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, we've been working on getting into India. India is a very hot market. And especially the current, and I don't want to talk just about tariffs, but the current tariff structure with India is that any car which we send in is subject to 70% tariff, also like a 30%, luxury tax on it. So, the same car which we're sending is like 100% more expensive than what it is. So that creates a lot of, anxiety. It's like, people feel, okay, they're paying too much for the car. And by the way, we're not getting the money. The local government is getting the money. And that's why we've been very careful trying to figure out when is the right time. Like I said, we are working on it. It would be a great market to enter because India has a big middle class, which we would want to tap in. And that is the market which we want to be in. But again, these kind of things create a little bit of tension, which we're trying to work around.
Great. Thank you so much. The next question comes from Adam Jonas at Morgan Stanley. Go ahead, Adam. We can't hear you, Adam, so maybe we'll put you back in the queue and we'll move to Colin Langan from Wells Fargo while Adam figures out his audio. Colin, please unmute yourself.
Oh, great. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. You're still sticking with the vision-only approach. A lot of autonomous people still have a lot of concerns about, sun glare, fog, and dust. Any color on how you anticipate on getting around those issues? Because my understanding, it kind of blinds the camera when you get glare and stuff.
Actually, it does not blind the camera. We use an approach which is direct photon count. So when you see a processed image, So the image that goes from the sort of photon counter, so the silicon photon counter, that then goes through a digital signal processor or image signal processor. That's normally what happens, and then then the image that you see looks all washed out, because if you point the camera at the sun, the post-processing of the photon counting washes things out. It actually adds noise. So quite a big breakthrough that we made some time ago was to go with direct photon counting and bypass the image signal processor. And then you can drive pretty much straight at the sun, and you can also see in what appears to be the blackest of night. And then, in fog we can see as well as people can. Probably better, but I'd say probably slightly better than people, than the average person anyway. Yeah.
So the camera is able to see when there's direct glare on it. I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there were obviously media reports the other day that the affordable model was delayed. Doesn't sound like that's correct. Those reports also talked about it being more of a cheaper version of the Model Y. Any color on what we should expect? Is it a cheaper version of the Model Y, or is it actually going to be a design change with it?
So I think Lars already covered it in answering one of the say.com questions. The real thing which we are trying to focus on is affordability. And using our existing lines, and there's always limitations when you're using existing lines as to how many different form factors can you bring to. So that's the way I would say you should think about it. And I don't know if Lars has anything more to add.
Yeah, I think I said this before in other calls, like,
XRP's taking off again.
On the Model 3 and the Model Y platforms, we made some pretty great cars at pretty great prices, and we added a bunch of features and things like that. I think it's easy to consider that.
I would have said we've hit bottom
Tesla
now.
Doesn't make bad cars.
I think we're going to be going up now for the next few months.
Our intent is not to make a car that is any worse than any car we've ever produced in the past, and so the models that come out in the next months will be built on our lines and will resemble in form and shape the cars we currently make, and but the key is that they'll be affordable and you'll be able to buy one.
Great. We might have time for one last question. Adam, we'll try your audio again. You want to try to unmute yourself, Adam? All right. Unfortunately, still not working.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, guys. Technology.
Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, in the February 28th Joe Rogan interview, Elon, you advocated for a ramp in tariffs to give people time to adjust. Otherwise, quote, you said the system would break and bad things would happen. So are things breaking yet? And if the tariffs as announced remain in place, when would things start breaking?
What a question to end with.
At the risk of stating the obvious, I'm one of many advisors to the president. I'm not the president. So, but I've made my opinion clear to the president, and and other people made their opinion clear to the president. He listens. He talks to many people, and he makes his decision. And I'm hopeful that the president will observe whether my predictions are more accurate than the predictions of others, and perhaps weigh my advice differently in the future. We shall see. I'm an advocate of predictable tariff structures, and generally I'm an advocate for free trade and lower tariffs. Now one does need to take a look at where if some country is doing something predatory with tariffs, or is providing extreme support for, if a government is providing extreme financial support for a particular industry, then you have to do something to counteract that. But I think that's on a case-by-case basis strategically. But the president is the elected representative of the people and is fully within his rights to do what he would like to do. So,
okay, Elon, I respect that. Just as a follow up, and thanks again. Between China and the United States, who, in your opinion, is further ahead on the development of physical AI, specifically on humanoids? And also drones, I'd be interested in. And is it even close? And kind of how? Serious. And,
well, I think you know the answer on drones. A friend of mine, Naval, made this, posted on X. I reposted it. I think a prophetic statement, which is any country that cannot manufacture its own drones is doomed to be the vassal state of any country that can. And America cannot currently manufacture its own drones. Let that sink in. Fortunately. China, I believe, manufactures about 70% of all drones. And if you look at the total supply chain, China is almost 100% of drones have a supply chain dependency on China. So China is in a very strong position. Here in America, and we need to shift more of our people and resources to manufacturing, because this is I have a lot of respect for China because I think China is amazing, actually. But the United States does not have such a severe dependency on China for drones and be unable to make them unless China gives us the parts, which is currently the situation. With respect to humanoid robots, I don't think there's any company in any country that can match Tesla. Tesla and SpaceX are number one. And then now I'm a little concerned that on the leaderboard, ranks 2 through 10 will be Chinese companies. But I'm confident that rank 1 will be Tesla.
Great. Well, I think that's unfortunately all the time we have for today. We appreciate all your questions and look forward to talking to you next quarter. Thank you very much and goodbye.
There we go. What a call that was. So we've got just a few minutes to go before our big XRP push tonight. I'm doing my best to play my part in promoting XRP. I know it's late for those of you in the UK and it's late for everyone here in the US as well. It's midnight over there in the UK. Thank you very much, Alex, for staying up. All my moderators doing a great job in the chat. Appreciate it. Love the conversation with Leah. Very nice. So what we're going to do now is let me just unmute your second, Saab. Just a quick one. There you go. Oh, you've muted yourself as well. So if you want to unmute yourself, there you go. Good. I think we lost Lestin Win. I think he's still there, but not quite. His camera's on, or maybe he's not. Okay, we've got 7 minutes to go before the premiere. The premiere is about to start. So going to give everyone the link right now. We're going to do two. I'm just going to go to you guys quickly first. Alex, like everything you've heard tonight?
Absolutely. It's a great news that especially Trump didn't fire Jerome Powell.
Absolutely. I'll be reporting on it in the morning. I've got a story all ready to go. Oh, hang on.
Yasin donated $1.99 through a super chat. Please don't forget my request for Mercedes MG.
Right, so you want me to do a review, is that right? Yasin, yes. What do you think? So that looks like you've given me a 5, 6, 7. So you are second on the list for a stock review. So I'm going to put you second on the list. We'll do some reviews tomorrow, Yasin, okay? So you want MBG YY, which is Mercedes, and together you've paid now. Let me have a look. $7. So you are second on the list. All right, let me put you there. All right, Mercedes 7. Right, okay. You are now on the list. You're seen. You're going to get a full review, and that'll be out as quickly as possible. You're second on the list. I'm going to start doing reviews again. Now, I've just got to wrap up very, very quickly because we've got to wrap this up. It's late night for me as well, 6 o'clock in the evening. Got to go for my dinner. So if you've just tuned in, we've got a big special coming up for you now. This was the Tesla earnings, but right now there are 2 links. This is what comes up first. We're going to promote XRP. Oh, hello.
Yasin donated 99 cents through a super chat.
It's now $8. Yep, it's still second on the list. You'd have to be 11 to be top. So Yasin, you are very welcome. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so here is the link. Now, as this live stream comes to an end in just a couple of moments, literally in 2 minutes, it'll take you directly to the XRP event. Make sure you've shared it, liked it, posted it, and all the rest of it. Here it is. It's the XRP for nothing. There it is. There it is in the chat. It's also pinned to the top. Now, as you watch that one, this is what you'll see. XRP for nothing. Make sure that you share, like, post, all that stuff. It's also on all my social media. It's on Blue Sky. There it is. It's on X. We've got a polls. We're promoting it everywhere. We've got it on Instagram. We've got it on Facebook. We've got it absolutely everywhere. So hopefully you will take part in that. Oh, you seen? Oh my God.
Yasin donated $9.99 through a super chat.
It's now jumped to the top of the list. It will be done first tomorrow. Yasin, thank you very much for that. I will now put it to the top of the list to let me get that, which now makes it 18. Whoops. I'm going to be quick now. I'm getting all this done, running out of time. Let me just make that go to there. 18, Mercedes. Cut and paste. There we go. Okay, you don't need to give me any more money. It's now number 1. So no one can beat you now unless they do it tomorrow, but I doubt it. It's very unlikely. So there you go. You're the next one. Yasin, thank you so much for that. So here is the event. I was just trying to show you the event. I'm running out of time. So here was the first event. Now, straight after this event, it'll take you to XR. They take you fight for XRP. You want to know what this is all about? You'll have to watch. I can see people already subscribing to the event channel. We got 2 minutes to go. Here is part 2. There you go. Now, make sure that you watch both of these. When you watch the first one, make sure that you comment and like in the chat. In the chat, it'll take you automatically to the next one. It's already scheduled, plus the link, and also plus the link is underneath the video. There you go. You can see it underneath the video as well. Then the second one, same thing. It's got the links in the chat. It'll automatically take you there, and it'll automatically bring in the comments below is the first one, so it can bring you back to the first one. And hopefully you'll loop these round. It's a playlist on XRP playlist, so if you loop it as well, it will keep playing it around, and they'll go viral. And you never know, it just might bring more people into the space. That's the idea. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, so that goes live in 2 minutes. So everyone tap the like button if you all done that. Subscribe and ring the bell. Thank you very much. As I end this, it will automatically go there. So back to you, Alex. What did you think of that? Think it was great?
I think it was wonderful news. By the way, I want to ask you something, but we don't have time. It was about ISA.
Go on, you got 1 minute. Go.
Right. So on eToro, I basically put my ISA. And I think I can put money into VOO and everything else. But it has a limit of 20 grand.
That's right, 20 grand.
If I put more, if I earn more, is that going to affect my tax or anything?
Yeah, you can't have more than $20,000 in a tax-free ISA. It'll report it to the Inland Revenue, and you'll be breaking the rules, and there'll be penalties to pay. Yeah, it might let you put it in, but no, don't try and cheat the system. It says 20,000 for a reason, Alex. All right, you're only allowed to have 20,000. It's like the Roth IRA. You can try and open another one somewhere else in the US. They'll find out about it, and then there'll just be penalties. So there's no point. It's part of the terms and conditions. All right, so yeah, just put 20 grand in. I'm very lucky that you can actually put 20 grand in and fill it up. Most people can't fill it up. You're too rich, mate. Don't know what you're doing here. Too rich. Anyway, Saab, give me your quick thoughts. You got 1 minute.
Good. I think Tesla's I like the earnings for the first quarter are always not as good, but we've got successful Model Y retooling, booming energy storage. But he reaffirmed that we've got affordable price plans coming. AI and autonomy advancements are all good. Financial resilience, like nobody's challenged any company in the world like they've challenged Tesla over the past 6 months, and still showing resilience. The richest man in the world. It's not just that though. The company has feet. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And focus on affordable models and robo taxis still to come. There's so much more to come with Tesla. Like you can't not be bullish.
I totally agree. And we've seen the bottom of the market. Look at the markets going up after hours, $14,500 in 1 day. 12% I've gained today on the S&P. 12. That is not Binky Bonk coin. That's the S&P 500. Again, message to everybody. If you go all in and you use all the tools in the toolbox, don't tell me you can't make money owning the S&P. And what's wonderful is I haven't got to sell it. I haven't got to worry about it. I can just leave it and let it grow and eventually earn 100 grand a year when I get to that million, which will be by the end of the decade. You know it's coming, guys. It's just a matter of time. Thank you. I want to thank my panel for calling in. We're 1 minute 30 seconds away from the premiere. Guys, thanks for calling in. Thanks to all my moderators. Love you all a bit. See you back tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be ready with a big one. Why the market pumped. And of course, Tesla is part of the reason, but also all the story. I've got all the information now. Yep. For what do you call him? Trump and Powell. That's the one. Right, that's it, guys. Good night. Here is the premiere. It will take you right there, folks. This is the premiere going live right now. Make sure that you watch both of these. Share them through. Like it all. Leave the comments. This one will take you to the next one. I'm going to end this. It will take you right there. Watch it. It's an XRP special. We're bringing XRP to a whole new market. That's it. I'll see you back in the morning. Enjoy the premiere. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.